Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy BBO Sports TV, man. We back with another show, man. Good show today, man. We talking about Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. I know a lot of people excited about that fight. I'm not. I think that fight to me is a super overmatched fight. I would favor Ryan Garcia because of how bad Mario Barrios has looked versus the Lorme. And then he looked even worse versus a 40-something-year-old Manny Pacquiao. So I'm just thinking at this point, Mario Barrios saying whatever he used to be is not what he is today. But for me, I think it'd be a good fight. I want to see what happens, man, in the fight. But one thing I will say, though, about boxing overall that's kind of got me excited is we're going to probably get to see more of these guys come up to their right weight class. I think too many times, man, you see it with Shakur, you see it with Tio, where these guys are shrinking themselves down when they all should be at 47. I think the thing that really makes me laugh the most is a lot of people give Devin Haney hate, right? They say, oh, Devin Haney this or Devin Haney's that, right? But who's at 47? Devin Haney. Who's not playing around them little weight classes? Devin Haney. So it's like, one thing about Devin, it's hard to root for him because he got some diabolical people that root for him. But I'll say this about Devin. I think you got to give credit to the work. To me, I thought when he fought Brian Norman, I said it 3 months ago that that fight was super overmatched. But, people thought I was joking. People thought I was, pickle pulling, whatever the case may be. But salute the combos with Cam, salute to my brother Free. I'll just say this. No matter how you slice it, how you play it, I give Devin a lot of credit for what he's doing in boxing because I'm telling you, a lot of guys ain't doing it. A lot of guys ain't trying to make the big fights. A lot of guys are like David Benavidez, where they talk a big game and don't fight nobody. And then when they get close to fighting somebody, the first thing out their mouth is, oh, no, I'm going back down in the weight class. I'm going back down a weight class to fight some guys that's older than me by almost 10 years. So, I mean, that's the hard thing about boxing. There's a lot of con men in the boxing game. And that's why you see me, BVO, try to spotlight it. I'm sorry I'm not the guy that's going to pick or pull your favorite fighter. At the end of the day, fighters got to fight. Salute the vacay base, showing love. And I think the most important thing I will say is this. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about when it comes to boxing, man. At the end of the day, I just want to see these guys fight. It don't matter. But I do want to say this before I get started, man. I want to send a big shout out to Dr. King. I'll just say this about Dr. King. You talk about a guy who was truly a legend in every sense of the word. Dr. King really did a great job of letting blacks know that we could be somebody. And when I say be somebody, I mean be something more than what we thought we could be. And he did that. It's sad to think about how violent, he passed away. Or how violent his mother passed away. People don't realize this. Martin Luther King's mother was blown off the piano. So, I mean, can you imagine sitting in church and then somebody come and blow you off the piano? That's crazy when you think about that. I mean, Dr. King's family has suffered so many losses, man. I mean, if you ever get a chance, watch the video of Dr. King's funeral and you will see Martin Luther King Sr. and the scream that he let out. I mean, it was heartbreaking to hear the man scream like that when he's seen his baby boy in the casket. And I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating, the scream that came out. I mean, you can hear it just echo throughout the whole church. And just thinking about that, to have to see your baby boy, your pride and joy, your son who graduated high school at 15, went to college, went to the house, Morehouse, did his thing, and to be burying him at 38, 39 years old. That's crazy to think about that. It's crazy when you think about that. sometimes we don't take the time to realize how great these people are who put themselves on the line. And then think about this. The man's unalivement is still unsolved, technically. You know, they want to say it was James Earl Ray or whatever. Man, we know he got popped from an embankment. Salute to my man, Bruce Gass. And when I just think about Dr. King, the way he passed, and, you know, people don't realize that a secretary tried to unalive Dr. King the first time. She took some scissors, I believe, and tried to take his life. She was mentally ill or whatever the case may be. And she tried to take his life. So when you think about the tragedy that Dr. King experienced, I mean, and the thing that's so funny is this. We always got people who want to bring up somebody's faults. I'll tell you right now. I know a lot of people are perfect out there. I'm not. And give me 1 second. Excuse me. Give me one. Sorry about that. And if you think about that, young man, giving his adult life up, who was pretty unknown, you know, Rosa Parks is on the bus, refused to give up her seat. And that happened a couple times, but this time, it was meant to be. And then you get the rise of the civil rights movement, and then you see a lot of great things happen. But I'll tell you guys this. Dr. King, in his later years, he wrote a book called Community of Chaos, Where We Go From Here. And Dr. King said he made a mistake because he didn't do enough of making sure that Black people had, you know, true access to wealth, true access to things. And you said, what are you saying, DVO? If you think about Blacks in America, people don't want to hear this. We own less than a percentage of all the wealth in America, and we about 13-14% of the population. These stats are pretty humbling. Integration wasn't good for Black people because you closed down the Black hotels, the Black doctors' offices, the Black veterinarians, the Black laundromats. You closed a lot of those businesses down because one thing's for sure, if you have to figure out a way to survive, most people will. Most people will. They'll find a way to survive. They'll find a way to have a better life. And it's just one of them things where when you look at what happened, you know, with Dr. King, I mean, it's just sad, man. That poor thing, man, lost his life, man. You know, bled out on a doggone balcony. You know, didn't get to the hospital. You know, apparently they said the Dixie Mafia was involved. I don't know the whole actual facts on that. And they said they put their fingers in the wound holes of it. You know, a nurse came out right before her death and tried to explain that. I'll tell you this, man. One thing about America, America's a great place. I love it. It's my country. But one thing I'll tell you is this. Some of the brutal things that happen to Black people, man, it sucks, man. Oh, salute to the good sis, always showing love. I think when you see that stuff, even me, Sammy Davis Jr., can feel that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. One thing about me, when I was growing up in the ghetto, I learned one important thing, and that's that you're not gonna get anywhere with your fist. You're not gonna get anywhere talking crazy. The best way to get somewhere is to identify the issue and figure out where we got common ground at. And hey, that's something that I've always prided myself on. You know why Frank Sinatra's at the Million Man March? Because of Sammy Davis Jr. You guys realize that Sammy Davis Jr., Louis Armstrong lived like kings, went around the world, went to all the best hotels, had great times, did what they wanted to do because they knew who they were and they had nothing to prove to nobody. I'm talking about Louis Armstrong was going around with a Black band around the world, doing whatever he wanted to do. You know, you heard about Quincy Jones playing all over Paris, London, Istanbul. You heard about it. And for me, the reason I'm even taking the time to talk about this is this. A lot of us don't know our history. You think about Maya Angelou, some of the things she used to say. She had a beautiful poem back in the day. I know a lot of people are familiar with the Phenomenal Woman poem. One of the things that I always say, Miss Maya Angelou said that always touched my heart was, when somebody shows who they are, believe them. That's such a great piece of advice. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And you know, the thing is, not saying people can't change, but the thing is, unless you make a true change in yourself, you won't. And I'm telling you guys, on a day like this, don't let a day like this pass and not at least say, you know what? I thank God that I'm able to do things different. I thank God I got a choice to do some things. Telling you, man, there's some stories I could tell you that happen to Black folks that you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe. And let's even move it up further. They have something called sharecropping. Sharecropping, man, was another form of slavery. I'm gonna tell you how big picking cotton was. They bought Asians here. They had Native Americans. When you see a movie like Sinners, that's just giving you a piece of this, a tip of the iceberg of how much they were trying to still pick cotton, because it was still that big. Even in the 30s and 40s, it was still that big. But I said all to say this, man. I just thank God for what Dr. King did. And you know what? I should say this about Coretta, man. What a woman to allow her husband to go through those trials and tribulations and stand right by his side. She said, don't forget the whole quote family. She said, believe them first. Truth. That's a fact. That's a fact. The thing that's so crazy about it is when you think about, Malcolm, or you think about Dr. King, think about this. Malcolm X was a young guy who went to prison for quite a long time, found a better way, came out, with a new ideology, and wanted to change, do some things different. And he let some things get in the way of what he was doing. But the whole time, people don't give Betty her credit. Yes, Betty was doing what a lot of women would do in that situation. She didn't understand why he wasn't doing his checks and balances on things. When you see the movie, some of that is right. I believe that is written from his brother's point of view, because his brother used to write Malcolm letters. So that's how you got the Malcolm X movie. But the thing is this, man, and I'm gonna sum it all just like this, because I can go all day about this. We got to understand that we come from greatness. We are who we are, and we don't got to prove anything to nobody, because we already did it. It's just like the hardest thing is to get people to understand that you already won. You already won the war. You already won the situation. There's no need to continue to go back and forth. There's going to be times where they feel like peerless times. There's going to feel those times because, hey, Jesus Christ said, my burden is light. It is. But some of the things that happen, let's be real. We don't like it. We don't think it's cool. We hate it. But I'll say this. I just thank God that we get a chance to do some things that our grandparents and great grandparents didn't get to do. You got the good sis, studying to be a psychiatrist. We need that in our community. Okay, my bad, y'all. My bad. I got a call. But I'll say this: the thing that's so crazy about all the stuff that we see is that we gotta appreciate the opportunities that we have. People don't understand, man. Like, to be able to go to school and get a good education is a big deal. To be able to take care of your family, it's a big deal. I love to talk about boxing. I love the share stories about my views on boxing. But you know what? When I think about Medgar Evans, I think about Malcolm X. I think about John Brown, I think about, Stokely Carmichael. These guys really went out there and did the work. One of my favorites is Billy Graham. Billy Graham don't get enough credit for really being a spiritual leader in a real way. People don't know this. He used to mentor Dr. King. He did. And I'm going to say this. For all those people who think something's perfect, Let me see. She said, LOL, no, fam. Not going to be a pill pusher. I am in a doctoral program to teach grad students as well as work towards opening my own practice. With God's help, I will do it. Excuse me, excuse me, Dr. Bill. I know what that I mean step on your accomplishments. That wasn't my intention. I wanted to make sure I said it right. So do forgive me. Salute to my brother Greg. Brother Greg, you doing your thing over there, man. You really doing your thing. I'm proud of you, dog. You really doing your thing, man. And you know what? When I watch brothers like Brother Greg, man, it makes me excited because it lets you know there's a spot for real brothers. You know, there's a spot for us. You know, so that's why I enjoy watching Brother Greg, you know, watching the good sis, man, watching my brother Bruce, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you guys something that's important. We can make excuses, we can talk about what we want things to be, but it sure as hell is a lot better than what my grandfather was doing. You know, you're talking about extreme racism. Not saying we don't got it now. We do got it now. But I'm talking about in every sector of life. Let's be real. We got some ways that we can get by. They used to have a something called the Green Book. Because blacks, you know why we used to have cars with big gas tanks? It's because we couldn't stop everywhere. So just imagine that. You going on a road trip and you can't stop everywhere. And you got to have a book and a map of places that's safe for you and your family to go. And think about this, with the fear of being lynched. That's the thing people don't understand. They would do stuff like have barbecues and they would put us on spigots and they would turn us on those spigots until all the moisture came out of our bodies. That's what they would do. That's what they would do. Or, you've seen it before, they would take a man's life, put him on a rope, and take his genitals off and put his genitals in his mouth and hang him up and take pictures. And take pictures of that. Salute to my man, Uncle Cass. Salute to my man, Insane. So when I tell you guys this stuff about, you know what, I'm thankful that I don't have to live in that kind of world. I'm thankful that we don't got to experience that kind of stuff. And you know what? A little brother from Atlanta got laws passed to protect us. And unfortunately, we got a cat in the White House who's trying to tear down everything that young man built. Even questioning the man's holiday. I mean, my God, you know that song a lot of us blacks sing, happy birthday to you. That is something from Stevie Wonder. Saying that, you know, trying to get Dr. King's birthday to be a national holiday. I'm gonna tell you guys something about Dr. King. Was he perfect? No. I'm not perfect. I know a lot of niggas out there is perfect. A lot of guys out there, I know a lot of you guys are perfect. Never made a mistake, never said a bad word, but I'm not perfect. Dr. King wasn't perfect. But through Christ, man, he was able to do some amazing things. He was able to get the Civil Rights Act. He was able to help us with the Voting Act. These are all things that we see being torn down now. And y'all know, hey, like I said, BBO is Sammy Davis. I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that. I'm gonna be in a suit with me a cigar right there in front of the Flamingo. That's BBO, Miss BBO. I'm gonna be out there in front. But I will say this. It's just so important. It's just so important to really give thanks to what our ancestors did for us, man. Shirley Chisholm, you know, we forget about all the greats that did stuff for us. I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance, read Community or Chaos. Where do we go from here? That's Dr. King's last book. He was in Jamaica. And you will think he's talking about right now. That's the funny thing about it. That's the part that's sickening. You will think he's talking about right now. The stuff he was talking about, he said he felt like he led blacks into a burning house. A burning house. Why did the young brother say that? Because he said we wanted civil rights, but never got civil rights. And basically the thing is, economic inclusion is so important. They give us little code words like, salute to my brother Prize. They give us little code words. Y'all please smash the like button. We're going to have some boxing talk, but I wanted to make sure I gave a good doctor his just due and spoke about him, because as a kid, I used to love to write reports about him. I used to love to hear about what he did. Let me tell you something else cool about Dr. King. Dr. King was one of those guys who had fun. You know, they say he was a hell of a card player too. But when I think about Andrew Young, you know, Abernathy, all those guys he had around him, you know, young Jesse Jackson, who he mentored and was expected to be his replacement, because I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, Jesse wasn't perfect, but I know a lot of you guys are perfect, never made a mistake, no blemish on your record, but I remember when I heard that Jesse had that I am somebody, and I was a young kid, and I remember reading the story about him running for president, and they had that slogan, "Run, Jesse, run." That gave me, as a youngster in the hood growing up, an understanding that I could be more than what I'm experiencing. Because a lot of times when we grow up in these inner cities, man, we don't dream. We don't have ideas of what we want to do. We don't talk about what we love, none of that thing. At the end of the day, I think it's so great to be able, for me, to be raised around people like my Aunt Sarah. My Aunt Sarah was from Wynn, Arkansas. She was born in 1926. And she would tell me cool little stories when I would go over there. Because you know how it is when you got a young mom and no babysitter. You're going to be with whoever can grab you. And I go over there with my Aunt Sarah, and she tell me about all the stuff that she went through. She used to have this funny story where they lived in Arkansas. It was like wide open fields, right? And she told me the story about how her and her sister prayed the tornado away. Y'all might laugh at that, because I definitely laughed about it. But I believe in that. And I believe in the fact that, you know what? I'm blessed to be able to have meet somebody like her, who went through all that stuff, but was never bitter. You got people now who go through one thing, they bitter for life. F everybody. You talk about them old folks, when they would go through stuff, they would do it with a smile on their face, and they never let nobody kill their spirit. Never. Because you got to understand, man, who you doing it for. Whether you believe in Jesus Christ like me, or you believe in Allah, whatever the case may be, man, guess what? If you are Muslim, remember when Hagar left, Michael came to her and said she's going to be okay. So remember that. We on the same team, man. People forget Ishmael and Isaac are brothers. They're brothers, man. And that's what it is. So no matter what religious sect you fall, if you from an Abrahamic religion, come on, bro, we brothers, man. We brothers in this thing. And we do way more together than we do apart. And I think Dr. King showed that. I think Reverend Aftermath, he showed that. I think Medgar Evers, who's never talked about, he showed that. Medgar Evers was a brilliant man. Salute to my man, Ernest, man. Shout out to Ernest. Ernest is doing this thing, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check out his podcast. He was up there doing this thing. One thing about Ernest is, for a dude on steroids, he got one of the funniest shows you could ever see. So shout out to my man Ernest, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my man Ernest, man. Good brother, man. He probably shooting steroids right now, but salute to him, man. But I'll say this, and then we go back, get to boxing. I'm just thankful that when you think about Dr. King, I could smile and say that somebody from my race or somebody from my community was the greatest American to ever live. He was, man. People don't understand. Dr. King was making like $200,000 a year as a speaker. He didn't have to do this. This dude didn't need to do nothing. He was already papered up. He was like prize fight. He was already rich. He was already rich pretty much. You know how much $200,000 was in the 60s? That's what he was making. He put that aside to pursue helping his people, and was constantly dealing with stuff like people that didn't want to be nonviolent. We look at the clips, but we don't have any context. Dr. King would have to go to the young guys and tell them guys, hey, if you can't be nonviolent, get out of line. If you can't be nonviolent, get out of line. He had to say those things. And I just say this, man. Thank you, Dr. King. Thank you, Coretta, for what you guys did. And more than anything, man, thank God for Coretta, man. Thank you, God, for Coretta Scott King, for what she did. Because people don't understand, man. If you don't got a wife, man, and I heard this from my Uncle Lewis. He said this years ago. He said that your wife is there for you to love and to help you win you friends. Because one thing about a wife can do, a wife can reach people in ways that we can't as men. Because sometimes, we get arrogant. And I'm speaking about myself. We get arrogant. We get showboaty. We want to make it seem like everything is because of us. But when you got you a beautiful wife, somebody who really loves you and you really can cherish, they'll show you where you're wrong. They'll tell you when you're wrong. You know, you don't want to be like my man Adam. What Adam say? It's the woman you sent me, God. You know, making an excuse. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be the one that say, hey, God, it's the woman that you sent me. When you got a good wife, man, it's better than gold. I think about Miss BBO. Yeah, she got a big mouth. She talk way too much. But you know what? When I didn't have nothing, my wife stood by me. When I went through things, my wife stood by me. When I would have whatever was going on, you know, she stood by me. People see me now as a finished product. You know, I met this young lady at 21 years old. I walked up to her. The first words out of my mouth was, can you cook? You know, me being a big hungry brother like myself, that was my first words to her. What's going on, Coach?
What's going on, good brothers? What y'all up to?
Oh, it's just me right now. I wanted to get the first 30 minutes to Dr. King. So that's what you hear me talking about Dr. King. I wanted to get a good brother, Dr. King, his first 30 minutes. But I was just saying how important it is to have a real wife in your life, and how cats don't understand that there is no Martin without Coretta. And I'm gonna tell you guys something that's real. I wish Malcolm would have focused more on making sure Betty was okay with things than when he went out. Because when he went out, he had a woman who was upset because she didn't understand, because Malcolm wouldn't take the time with it like he should have. And at that point, I'm gonna say something that's controversial. Malcolm should have let Betty go live her life. If he wasn't going to spend the time and be a husband, he should have said, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna go my own way. But you know the thing that get me about that, Bernard, is that he didn't do that. And then when a man dies, out of pure frustration, not that she didn't love him, and I hate that narrative that she didn't love Malcolm. Betty loved Malcolm. You can ask her kids. Antela, I can't say all the Muslim names. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to mess up their names, but I know how to say Antela. You think about all his daughters, man. He had 2 twins and 2 daughters. I just think Malcolm really was just and people don't understand how young 39, 38 is. That's a young dude. And he had spent 10 years in prison. Prison really sometimes can help you and it can hurt you. Because all you do when you go to prison, that's like going back to the grade. That's like going back to the grade school sometimes. You're in there chewing gum, smoking weed, got your pants hanging down. But that's what they did in the youth authority when I was young. So, I mean, for a guy to spend 10 years in prison and then to come out, you know, find his faith, meet a good woman in Betty, I just think Malcolm really should have slowed down. Because then you got Betty writing books about how she was neglected, how she felt Malcolm didn't do this and that. Let me ask you this, Coach. Do you think Malcolm was wrong for not getting a better understanding with his wife? Or do you think that Betty was wrong to write the stuff she wrote about him when he passed?
I don't think there's a wrong and right in relationships, because we only hear a male perspective and we hear a female perspective, but there is no middle ground perspective. So I can't say that somebody was right or wrong in their relationship, because you're always going to hear it from the perspective of the person who was wrong. The man is going to make it where he was wrong. The woman going to make it where she was wrong. So, you know, I don't give an opinion on that. But what I do say is, when you're talking about historically great level men, you can't compare them to each other, because they both did something great in their own perspective. And one thing about when you start comparing great men, you find ways to tear one of them down. And I don't believe in tearing even one of them down, because in order to make one greater than the other one, you have to do what you just did, whether you did it intentionally or unintentionally. In order to lift one, you tore the other one down. Now somebody else, you could get a caller that was a follower of Malcolm, call in, and then he started tearing down Martin Luther King, saying, well, what about when King did this or he did that? Now, instead of uplifting 2 men, y'all engaged in a contest of destruction on the day when a man should be celebrated. So I don't get it today.
No, I wasn't saying that, because I wouldn't dare compare them. They both did different things. What I was saying is, did you think Malcolm was wrong not to establish better communication with his wife. Because when you read about Betty Shabazz, she actually wrote a whole book, said Malcolm neglected her. And it was true. Malcolm was never home. She said Malcolm was never as kind as he should have been. And she really just dumped on Malcolm. And the brother had already been dead. This happened in the 80s. So he had already been, this like 86, 87. So it was about 20 something. He had already been dead 20 years. And for the woman who was closest to him to say the stuff she said, that had to hurt. And I'm just saying, do you think it was Malcolm's fault that he didn't have a better understanding with his wife?
And once again, on the day of Martin Luther King's birthday, and we're supposed to be reflecting on his greatness, we're engaging in a concept. That's why I said, listen what I'm saying, in a concept of putting one man against the other, because in order for you to say one was, if you and your wife have an argument and you ask a third party to listen to the argument, you're only hearing that from her perspective, you're hearing she was wrong. And from your perspective, you're hearing you were wrong. But there is no third party person to say, well, I think both of y'all were doing this because I actually lived in the middle. So when you look at it, it's a skewed visual perception, because I'll say this: when Martin was alive and when Malcolm was alive, did their wives enjoy having the last name X and King?
For sure.
So if they were both alive to this day, do you think them women would still be living off the last name X and King?
They did when their brothers passed. You're absolutely right.
So I really don't want to hear any perspective of what they were wrong about, when in your own way you lived off the name that they had established, and even after they died, you continue to live off the name. So I don't want to hear anybody down a man if you didn't down him when he was alive. Wife, brother, sister, cousin, nephew, best friend, nobody.
See, you hit it right on the head. Shout out to my man Ernest, and shout out to Uncle Cass. He said, but BBO, he was doing what he was doing when they met. So she knew the type of life she was entering. I think that's true, and I think what Bernard's saying is true as well, that you really can't compare them, because I know a lot of people got all upset when Aisha Taylor kind of spoke. I think Aisha Curry, I think that's her name. I don't want to say her name wrong. I don't know. I'm not good with names. But when she gave the perspective of she thought she would be the breadwinner and Steph wouldn't, I never kind of engaged in that conversation. But I'll just say this, man. Shout out to Dr. King for what he did. And I'm so sorry that his family dealt with so much tragedy. You know, his mother losing her life. And like I said, that scream his father did at his funeral, man. Oh, man. That hit you deep, man. To see, he seen his baby, you know, in a coffin. Like, I don't know if have you ever seen the video, Brother Bernard, when they was burying Dr. King, and Martin Sr. screamed when he seen his son in that coffin like that?
Yeah, and it's horrific. I mean, it's horrific that any parent that has to bury their kid, it's horrific, because that's not the natural progression of things.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And when you talk about Aisha's situation, I wouldn't even put that in the same conversation as this, because if you're asked to say in a natural sort of course, if Aisha was just Aisha with her college degree, how much money on average does a person of her level make in their lifetime up to this point now? And there's no way that she would have made anything that amassed what he amassed. And if you feel that way, I can respect it if you're willing to walk away and not take a penny with you.
One thing I love about my man Bernard, he gonna keep it real. He gonna keep it real. Hey, as the old folks say, he gonna keep it a silver dollar, man, because at the end of the day, one thing I will say is this, man. Relationships are so important. And I think a lot of times us as men, we got to understand that it's not going to be perfect. We're not going to be perfect. But it is important to do your best. And when you do your best, I remember my grandma say this all the time, I can live with the results. I think the problem is when you don't do your best, it's hard to live with it. That's why you'll hear a dude tell you about what he did in high school. Oh, man, back in 81, back in 91, 92, I was that dude. You know how many dudes and told me how they played ball and went to state championships with rings that's probably, not even around anymore. I mean, at the end of the day, man, that stuff don't matter, man. What you do for yourself, or as I'll tell you, what you do for Christ is the only thing that matters. But let's get to boxing, man. We definitely gave Dr. King his love. Let me ask you this, man. So we see that Oscar Valdez is a free agent, right? A promotional free agent. And do you think that there's truth to what you're hearing about Oscar Valdez possibly signing with Zuffa Boxing?
What does Oscar Valdez do at this point in his career that moves the needle anywhere? That's not me shooting at Oscar Valdez. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. But when you talk about moving the needle, where does Oscar Valdez move the needle? When the last time you heard anybody talk about Oscar Valdez?
Well, I haven't heard nobody talk about it.
Yeah.
He's a 35-year-old junior lightweight. So I mean,
unless you're trying to put a young junior lightweight, like if you have a young Emilio Vargas and they're trying to propel him to the next level, so you give him Oscar Valdez and hope he could beat him and hopefully knock him out. That's the only value you get out of Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez, what value does he have? I mean, who do you see him beating at the championship level?
See, it's tough to say it though, Coach. He's 35, and he just had a belt not too long ago. Do I think he can do it again?
Man, you better go look. You better go look and see how long ago that too long ago was. Cut it out, man.
It's about a year, almost 2 years ago. Go ahead, Pre.
The last time Oscar Valdez had a belt is when he lost it to Shakur Stevenson. That was the last time he had a belt.
No, he won a belt again. I can't remember.
He fought Neverati for the belt, and he got knocked out.
But he fought. Let me double check, because I remember him winning another belt. Hold on one second.
He hasn't had a belt since he fought Shakur. He fought Neverati for a belt and got knocked out.
So he's exactly so he don't got much long in the sport, to be honest.
Like a lot of people forget how old Oscar Valdez is because he was in the same conversation as Shakur Stevenson, so they figure they around the same age. But Oscar Valdez is in his 30s.
He's 35.
He's older than Shakur.
What happened was he ended up winning the a vacant belt. He won a vacant belt, and he won a vacant belt, and he lost to Navarrete, and Navarrete took that belt off of him. So that was December 24th. What's this? 2024. Okay, and it was on Pro Box.
That was 2 years ago, man. That was 2 years ago.
Did you say that was on Pro Box?
Yeah, it was on Pro Box. Yeah, they actually had it on Pro Box. But the thing, I get what you're saying though, Coach. But I think him being a gatekeeper, I think the thing you got to say about Oscar is that he had some good fights, but I think he'd be a good. Go ahead.
What gate is he keeping?
Well, for the young up and coming animals that's coming up, he can stop a few of them. Maybe be like a Tevin Farmer.
Man, that man ain't stopping nobody. Cut it out, man.
Well, we see. Remember, Coach. We see
after the way Shakur beat him. Come on, man.
He won another vacant belt after he lost to Shakur, man. Y'all being tough. He won another belt after that.
And he lost it to the first guy he had to fight of some stature.
See, I like how you do that, Coach. I like how you do that. It's not, that's who took the belt from him. This is the thing you gotta remember, Coach.
After he got knocked out by Neverati. Oscar Valdez is not the same fighter he was.
No, he's not the same. Shoot to my man River Dunes. He's not the same. But I'm just saying, Coach act like getting belts ain't a big deal. It's hard to win a belt, man. This is boxing, baby. It's hard to win a belt.
I didn't say the belts. Go ahead, good brother.
The only thing that any young fighter gets off of fighting Oscar Valdez right now is a notable name. That's the only thing they get off of. He's not with the guys that we are looking at that's coming up. Oscar Valdez is not beating none of those young guys. He's not beating.
No, but I'm just saying, Free. One thing I'm gonna say about my brother Free is that doggone Free, you throw brothers to the wayside quick.
No,
I mean,
I'm looking at how he performs in the ring. I don't throw nobody
he
to the
didn't
side.
lost a step. He didn't lost a
No,
step.
I was never high on Oscar Valdez. First of all, I was never high on him. If you paid attention to how Oscar Valdez fights, he's a come forward fighter that throws big shots. He a slower version of Pitbull Cruz. He's a slower version of Pitbull Cruz. He comes forward, throws big shots. He has no hair movement, no footwork. That's what he is. He doesn't have a jab.
Yeah,
We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that to Pitbull Cruz. We gonna call Oscar Valdez what he is, Rocky Balboa. He takes 19 punches to the head to deliver one punch.
My man said, Lars, stop Garcia. We just don't care. I mean, I get people don't. I mean, I don't know, man. I say this. He said, Burchell fight it definitely took a lot out of him. But what I'm saying is this. I see y'all throwing away 2-time champions. What y'all do is rough, man.
Is the new Gamboa lunch meat.
What Uncle Cat said, Oscar Dunn lost 3 or 4 steps. Maybe he didn't lost a step, but see, y'all cold. When somebody loses a step, y'all throwing brothers right in the trash.
Okay,
Y'all picking brothers up and dumping them in the trash.
At 130, who do you think Oscar Valdez can beat at 130? Since you said we throwing him away, who do you think he can beat?
I don't think he can beat anybody at 130 at the top. Anybody. Those guys are all hurt him. He's old. But he can still get a couple more paydays, I would think. But let me ask you guys this. Go ahead.
Paydays, I don't know Oscar Valdez.
Well, let me do this. Now, there's a rumor, we all know about, and the Mexican Pussycat got a deal with the Turk directly. Do you guys believe the rumors that's coming around that's saying that they believe that David Benavidez is going to sign directly to Zuffa at some point because they got Ja Obataille in place? Do you guys believe that?
I don't know. I mean, that's up to David Benavidez and his manager. David Benavidez, he's going to do what's best for his career, and that's what any fighter should do. What's best for their career. So I don't know what he's going to do. If that's what he has to do to get that fight, it depends on how bad he wants that fight.
See, and the thing that scared me is I think David Benavidez is a unit. I don't think he got the nuts to step up to a monster like Ja Obataille. So I don't think he'd even do it. What do you guys say?
I think you're tripping because you say this about David Benavidez every time, and every time David Benavidez proves you wrong. You say this about him every time. He ain't got the nuts to step up to David Morrell, and he fought David Morrell. He ain't got the nuts to step to Canelo Alvarez. He was a mandatory to Canelo Alvarez for 3 years. I mean, you keep saying this, and you keep saying this about David Morrell, and David Morrell keeps proving you wrong. You said that David Morrell, before, when the fight was first made, you said David Morrell was going to get beat up by Anthony Yard.
No, not Morrell. David Benavidez.
I mean, David Benavidez. You said David Benavidez was going to get beat up by Anthony Yard. That's what you said when the fight was first made. You said he was going to get beat up by Anthony Yard. David Benavidez ain't never been in there with a big puncher like Anthony Yard, a boxer like Anthony Yard. And then we see what happened with that fight.
Well,
I think David Benavidez listens to you to get motivation. I think that's what he does.
I mean, this is David Benavidez right here. I don't think y'all seen this is David Benavidez right here. Boom. On his pockets. That's what he do. Boom. On his pockets. That's what you see with him. On his pockets, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then show the next round after that.
I'm talking about this round when he on his pockets.
No, see, that's the problem. You only
let BBO look at this round.
Think a person lost a fight. You look at one round and see a dude get sat there. Oh, he lost.
You don't see him on his pocket. He on his pocket.
Let's let BBO look at it. Let's let BBO look at it. Let's take the round in completely. Let's take it in completely. Then let's ask BBO this question: who won that fight?
The Pussycat won.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah, like I said, you keep looking at one round and think that one round decides the entire fight. When I
Hold on, Free,
tell
do
you,
you see this?
dog, I keep telling you,
Look
there's
at this
11,
dude.
dog. Unless a person gets knocked out, there's 11 more rounds to that fight. So if that person didn't get knocked out, I don't care if he got sat down twice. We've seen that happen with Dagon Abdullah Mason. We saw what happened in the second round.
Hold on.
He
That's my
stopped
guy.
him.
That's my guy. Don't talk about dude. That's my guy.
No, I was on Abdullah way before you, so you can't tell me anything about Abdullah. You can't tell me anything. I put y'all on the Abdullah. I had Abdullah
How you put
Mason.
this on? I'm from Cleveland,
No,
man. How
I
you put this
put
on?
y'all on to Abdullah Mason. I had Abdullah Mason in my pound for pound for 2 years
Hey,
running.
coach, give me
I
one
had him
second.
on my
I
pound
got
for
to run
pound.
some upstairs. Give me 1 second, y'all run while I got to run some upstairs.
I don't know why you get into it with BBO. You know he crazy, man.
I know.
You done lost all sense of responsibility.
BBO be trying to do this with me, and he know I don't forget anything. He know I don't forget anything.
Man, you can't be mad with a dude that don't know where he from. You can't get mad at a brother who don't know where he's from. He can't go backwards. He can't go backwards because he don't know where he's from. He can't go forward because he don't know where he should be going. So he's stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to feel sorry for a brother like that. We told this man stuff weeks ago, and then he talking about, oh, it's gonna come to fruition. That don't, man, nobody paying the BBO no attention, man.
Yeah. Like I said, BBO look at one round and think that decides the entire fight. Oh, he got sat down. Well, last time I checked, his favorite fighter got sat down multiple times. What happened with that?
BBO learned all his boxing from highlights.
If I do that with Tio when he got sat down by what was that? Sergio Sando Martin.
Yeah, Sando.
Yeah, I can do that with you. I mean, look at Tio. He got sat down by Sando Martin.
But Tio ended up winning the fight. It doesn't decide that one round don't decide the fight.
100%.
I'm back here. I think y'all missing. Y'all don't see this. Y'all ain't got the screen to see this. Boom. Like a little check hook. Come on, man.
Do you got if we don't got the screen to see it, do you got Google to look up his box rec? Because on his box rec, he's still perfect.
He moving the goalpost. I'm not
Ain't
saying
nobody
David. I'm not saying the Pussycat ain't good. I'm just saying he took his ball and went to light heavyweight. Now he about to go to cruiserweight. He gonna probably beat Zerto, but I mean, step the jaw overtime, man. Grow a pair of nuts.
Hey man, if he's the Pussycat and he's not good, he must be Tony the Tiger because he's great.
Hey,
man, that man a monster, man. That man a cold-blooded monster.
He a cold-blooded monster on his pockets? What are you talking about?
Man, he a cold-blooded monster.
Oh, man. Where I was from, if you get put on your pocket like that, they called you sweet.
Now when you get up and destroy somebody,
they used to call that boy sweet.
Hey, they called him sweet when he got sat on his pockets. They called him cyanide when he he killed the man.
He said Bill needs surgery. Should have stayed right there at 175. He a real heavyweight. I agree with that. David is a real heavyweight. He's a weight bully. But I'll say this. You got another guy who can fight. In y'all overtime, don't be a eunuch. Grow a pair of nuts and fight this monster. I got him on the screen right now. He looks scary on the screen. So I can get why you don't want to fight him. I mean, I think y'all overtime is, in my opinion, number one pound for pound in the world. Y'all don't got to agree with that. That's just my opinion. Let me ask you guys this. What do you guys think about Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios? Who you guys got one? I got Mario Barrios getting knocked out. What about you guys?
I'm gonna go second because I got something to say.
I don't know. It all depends on which Ryan comes to the fight. It all depends on which Mario Barrios comes to the fight. If we see the Barrios that fought Keith Thurman and the Ryan Garcia that fought Rolly Romero, Mario probably wins that fight. If we see the Rolly Romero, the Ryan Garcia that fought Fortuna, and we see the Mario Barrios that fought Manny Pacquiao, Ryan might win that fight. And so it all depends on which fighter we see come to the ring. We won't know until they get in the ring because we could say what we believe is going to happen, who has the better skills, who has more power, who fought better competition, but none of that makes any difference until they step in the ring together. Because what you did with somebody else doesn't mean that's what you're going to do with that person. So I think it's a 50-50 fight. Mario Barrio is more skilled. Ryan Garcia probably has more power and a faster hand speed, but we got to see how they match up against each other because they fought each other. They haven't fought anybody like the other person. So we will have to see once they get in the ring. I think it's a 50-50 fight because it can go either way.
To me, it's like two busted pit bulls fighting. They've been both won a few, but they both done. What you got, Coach?
Well, to use your analogy, I think it's one proven game pit bull, and it's another one that is a pit bull game that's via cocaine and aspirin. Because if you don't have them in this system, we've seen how he really looks. And I say his last fight, which was the one that had to show us what he liked, and he had to be clean because the world was looking at him. He lost. He lost convincingly to a guy who has better boxing skills than he started with, but he still is working on things. You know, I thought Rolly was going to win out the gate. I never thought Rolly had a chance of losing because if you take a guy who has to be drug free, and we don't know how long he was using drugs, talking about how many fights. It may have been dirty, but the opponent was so unknown that they didn't even bring it up. That I can't put that there. I will say this: I don't even know why we're talking about this fight because according to our illustrious panel that we had on here several months ago, when Jalil was in the same situation, they said, "What did he do to deserve the fight?" And now, when I look back over Jalil's last 4 fights and look back over Ryan's last 4 fights, I think Jalil has a better argument for getting a fight than Ryan. You know, so when you talk about moving the goalpost, I think they took the goalpost completely out of the game to make this fight.
You 100% correct. 100% correct. Jalil's coming off a win, loss. He's coming off a loss.
Coach, man, they got the goalposts on their back running down the street right now, man. It don't even make sense.
You know, the goalpost is really just in the middle. I think when David fell, he knocked it over. That's all it was. I'm talking about Benavidez fighting a monster like Ja Obata. Come on, man. The odds is going to beat him dead. But let me ask you guys this. We got my man Right Side in the house, Mr. Out of Order himself. Right Side, what you think about Andy Cruz, to me, you know, who was an absolute amateur legend going against a guy like Ray Maritala? What do you think about that fight?
They fighting, you know. I mean, I'm not that high on Ray Maritala, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of easy work for Andy Cruz, in my opinion. I could be wrong about it. I could be very wrong. At the same time, hey man, I think it's a good fight. It's needed. At least they two younger guys that's getting to smoke with each other now. And we starting to see that. So, hey man, I ain't got no problem with that fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happened with the IBF, and then the winner need to go unify, man. Hey, go fight Mr. Gary, man. I still want to see Mr. Gary get one more title fight, man. I ain't lying to you.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know what's really funny about that whole division? What's really funny about the 135 division? Aduna Mason is the man right now. Shakur, 9 times out of 10 fight not coming back down. Tank is dealing with legal issues.
What about Abdul Wahid?
Tank is dealing with his legal issues. So right now, Aduna Mason is the man to beat right now. He's the man in the division. We have, since Raymond Muratalo won his titles, we haven't heard nothing about Raymond Muratalo. And I mean,
he was injured.
That could be because Top Rank is probably about to fold, But we haven't heard anything about Raymond Murtaugh. They haven't said anything.
Yeah.
Hey man, real quick, shout out to my brother G5, man. G5 was the first point who really put me on Raymond Murtaugh. So shout out to 5, man.
Hey, we got Grandpa up here. Grandpa, what you think about this something? Because I wanted to make sure you was here, Grandpa, on this. What do you think about people saying that Ja Obata doesn't deserve a fight with David Benavidez? What you say about that, Grandpa?
Does David Benavidez deserve a fight with Ja Obata? Is the question. Ja Obata is the lineal IBF cruiserweight champion. Does he deserve to fight with the champ up there? They're not in the same division. Last time I checked.
Well, they about to be. David is gonna take his happy tail up the cruiserweight, but he said he's gonna go back down, and fight Bivol, who's ancient, and Beterbiev, who's 41, 42. I mean, I just don't understand why we talking about David so much, and he stay on his pockets just like this clip.
Ain't this beautiful? Hold on, real quick. Ain't this beautiful to watch a true pound for pound champion go up and down through the weight classes? Hey, if Canelo is available, I'll come back down to fight you. Whoever the best fighter is, I'm going to that weight class to fight. Ain't that's beautiful?
You know what's so diabolical? You know what's so diabolical about that statement? You know what's so diabolical about that statement? BBO said, I don't understand why we talk about David Benavidez so much. Last time I checked, you're the only one that's been talking about it.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Doug and Mr. Show.
Yes, sir.
What else, Smoke?
Did y'all now I'm up on a pound out of nowhere, right? Did y'all see that setup question that BVO just tried to get y'all on his side?
You just gotta know. You just gotta know your boxing. If you know your boxing, you know who's the lineal cruiserweight IBF champion, the number one guy in that division. So if the question is really reversed, does David deserve to come up and get a fight with the champ? Is the question.
This guy is getting mad at me because David trying to assert himself. Like, okay, I can come up there and fight you, right? Or I can come up here, whoop on this older nigga that used to be at training camp with me, get both of his belts, then me and you make a super fight. I don't understand how the big black Mexican is hating on the big Mexican. Like, that's just. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, and you know what? Go back to what Shelton just said. What Shelton just said is, do David Benavidez deserve a fight with Ja Obata? Well, if he beats Zordo, he most definitely deserves a fight with Ja Obata. And maybe that's the reason why he ain't doing it. Maybe that's the reason why he said he's going to fight Zordo.
Let me do this real quick. Hold on one second. Let me do this real quick, Grandpa. Coach, let me ask you this. Now, Coach, you came up with, to me, one of my favorite trainers of all time, and a legend, and Big Gary. Now, kind of put us into his mindset. What would Big Gary say about a guy like Ja Obata?
Man, he'll say that's a bad joker. Ain't no joke about it. He'll say he bad.
Hey, Coach,
yeah, he bad.
What? Coach, you know what? I think Ja is a bad mamma jamma. Shut your mouth, too. But you see how he just tried to get you on the team, too? Real quick.
I don't play with BVO. I don't play them games with him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen.
Hold on. Let me ask this question.
Hold on, BVO. Let me ask Free this question. Free.
Go ahead.
Who says that Benavidez is going to beat Zerto? Who says that? We don't know that.
We don't know that. I believe David Benavidez will beat him, though. I believe he will, but we don't know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why I feel why. Because he's been beating them up since they was younger.
Yeah.
And he been beating them up.
But that ain't got shit to do with today, though. That ain't got shit to do with today, and you ain't beat him up at 215 pounds. So let's see you do it now. I don't care what you did in sparring 2 years ago, 5 years ago. Do it now. Do it now.
No, we don't know. I believe David Benavidez is the better fighter. I believe he will win the fight, but we don't know. Zordo could surprise a lot of people and win that fight. So,
but this is the David right here. What we seeing right here.
Hold on. We don't know, but that's a good point. That's a good reason why we want to see these fights, because You can believe whatever you want to believe, but the difference between believing and knowing is fact.
Now,
exactly.
This clip you keep showing, right? What did Benavidez do when he got up?
You see, you know what you're doing right there. You're moving the goalpost.
No, I ain't
that's what
moving
you
the
always.
goalpost.
That's what you always do. You move the goalpost every time we talk about boxing.
Okay,
we
hold
talk
on.
about boxing.
Okay.
You want to go talk about tennis. That's why I call you the most evil man in boxing talk.
Real quick. So why don't you put up the clip of Abdullah getting dropped twice, and then what did he do after that?
Abdullah's from Cleveland, man.
See, yeah, you just
what a mess.
Stop. Listen, man. Listen. If you keep messing with me, man, that damn STN ain't gonna stand for Smoke Television Network. Stop messing with me, man.
Hold on, Smoke. Come on, man. I don't want to have to fry you, man. I just bought a brand new chef set. I don't want to have to fry you because here's the thing about it, Smoke. We're not talking about making moonshine. We're talking about boxing.
So okay,
I heard y'all earlier. Was y'all up here praising the 6-fight fighter? Is that what I heard y'all do?
Ooh. Yeah, they praised Andy.
What Cuban dude? He got 6 fights.
Yeah.
He looked like Michael Jordan in the amateurs, man. I don't think he watched the amateurs, grandpa. He was a bad boy.
Okay, well, let's see what he do against a world champion, because I don't think a 6-fight fighter is gonna be the world champion. He got to show you.
I've seen Ray Maritella get laced by Tevin Farmer. They robbed Tevin Farmer.
That's a former
let's see this 6-fight fighter do.
That's a former.
We ain't talking about what Tevin Farmer did.
Coach, let me ask you this. Coach, let me ask you this real quick. When you get hoes in a fight, how does that make you as a coach and a fighter feel? I know you had to happen to you before. What is it like to get hoes in a fight? Coach, can you hear me? Oh no.
Yeah, you know you about to say something.
Oh, he dropped off for a second. Okay, but go ahead.
You know you speaking something that's out of this world. We ain't even gonna say what it is. But you keep trying to go back to yo, OG Shelton know me way before, man, you was talking this, man. We know this. You keep trying to run this game. You know what? I ain't about to argue with you. I'm about to get on your level.
Nobody want to see Zurdo fight Benavidez, man. Nobody wants to see that.
Somebody want to see it. They paying for it. Somebody wants to see it. They giving the money for it.
That's an easy win.
Wait. You can play your other clip now. I'm about to get on your level. I want to know why nobody's talking about, like they should be, the Xander and a boss fight. And they just keep everything is Shakur, T.O., Keisha.
Oh, Smoke. Where they gonna show that fight at? How that fight gonna be viewed? Where they gonna
I was about to say that. They not promoting the fight and don't nobody know where it's gonna be shown at. So that's the reason why nobody talking about it.
Well, I'll tell you what,
I heard it be on Prime Video. I can't remember if it's still gonna be on Prime Video, but that's what I heard. So we'll see what happens, but that's what I heard it be on Prime Video.
Yeah, I looked it up. I looked it up earlier today, and right now it says no information available for where it's going to be broadcast at. So I don't know,
because ain't nobody paying for that fight.
Yeah, I mean,
it's promoted by it's a top ranked fight. Top Rank is the main promoter of the fight. It's a top ranked fight. So I'm thinking if it's a top ranked fight, it might be on Tubi.
That fight's on Tubi. That fight's on Tubi, 1, right? And 2.
Man, that's kind of crazy when you think about David getting dropped like this.
Well, I'm just saying, like we can catch the boogeyman and Josh Kelly, seeing it, trying to change the status of the boogeyman. We got a bunch of fights. Like everybody talking about.
There's a lot of fights.
Josh Kelly ain't got a shot against no dog on boxing, dog.
BVO, that's cool, but everybody talking about how 54 is the dog division, and on the 31st we got 3 belts that could have changed. Like, why we not talking about that?
Well, Smoke, let me just say this to you, man.
It ain't registered in you. He said, nigga, he still ain't registered.
It ain't registering, man.
Yeah, I mean,
you ain't pushed it enough. You only push what you want, BVO.
Hold on. That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
I'll push all the big fights, whether I want to see them or I don't. I'll push all the big fights, man.
So this is a big fight. Why you ain't pushing it?
This is a huge fight in the 54-pound division. That's a huge
because
fight.
It's an overmatched fight because Xander's going to really beat Abbas dead. Abbas is not good. I've watched enough of Abbas's fights on the zone. He's not good at all.
So we might as well not even watch the fight. What you saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you the last time.
They're super overmatched.
Cool. The last time I felt that way, Andy Cruz beat Anthony Joshua.
Well, you talking about the chubby Spanish kid, but we had seen him go. We seen him beat Joseph Parker before.
That was a last second replacement. So I mean,
no, I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Free is I'm talking about Andy Ruiz had a great fight with Joseph Parker before that fight, so I knew he could fight.
No. But I'm just talking about the reason why he it was a last second replacement because the guy that he was supposed to fight ended up popping dirty and got suspended. He was supposed to fight Big Baby Miller, but he ended up popping a second replacement in there, and that's how he got Andy Cruz. Andy Ruiz. That wasn't somebody that he was training for.
Well, my question would be this, Smoke. Do you think a guy like David Benavidez could beat Breedis?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
At this age, yeah.
No, I'm talking about in his prime.
Listen, man, y'all can.
I mean, I don't know. No, that's the real question. I don't think so.
You can't talk about his prime because he ain't in his prime. We talking about right now.
Well, he's asking a hypothetical question, Free.
Right now, yeah, he beat the hell out of Breedis right now. Breedis is 40 years old. Of course, he beat him right now.
But I'm just saying, Breedis.
I don't know.
You seen Breedis broke Ja Obitai's jaw.
Breedis put some hands on Usyk.
And that was an old Breedis too. That was a 36-year-old Breedis. That was an old.
Yeah, he
Breedis.
wasn't young. Yeah, he wasn't young when he fought him. But
yeah,
say this.
I mean,
are you asking me?
I don't know Ja Obitai's
or everybody else.
If we speaking Breedis in his prime, and y'all saying an old Breedis put hands and feet on Ja Obitai, I don't know if Ja Obitai beat Breedis in his prime.
Now
he didn't put hands and feet on him, but he did break his jaw. That's what he did.
That means he put hands and feet on him.
I want to say this since you asked me this, right?
Mm-hmm.
The little fat, pudgy, chubby kid.
Yeah, the Mexican kid.
Yeah, he been whooping everybody ass since he was a baby, and he ain't stopped. So why would I think now?
Well, Joseph Parker whooped his ass a little bit. Still that 12th round.
You said Joseph Parker?
At the end of that fight, Joseph Parker came on strong.
Against Dave Benavidez?
Against Andy Ruiz.
No, I'm talking
about David Benavidez. What you talking about, Andy Ruiz?
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm lost.
I thought he was talking
about you talking about Breedis? Okay, my bad. Talking about Breedis.
Mexican.
No.
Let me ask you a more relevant question. Let me ask the panel a more relevant question. Do you guys think?
Hold on, Grandpa. Let me ask the questions real quick because I got some good ones for y'all. What you guys think about this? This is a big fight I'm hearing about. I'm hearing Lawrence. What is his name? Lawrence
Okoli.
Lawrence Okoli is in the process of negotiating with Caballero. How you guys think that fight's gonna play out?
Who gives a shit?
I don't like that, but I think he's gonna get stopped. I think he's real uncoordinated. Yeah, he's really uncoordinated.
I think he'd be a tough fight for Caballero because he's taller than him and he got that irky jerky style.
Man, that man's getting stopped in 5 rounds.
I don't know about that. Caballero ain't never seen an uppercut that he didn't like, so I don't know about that.
That man is getting stopped in 5 rounds. I'm telling you.
You talking about Caballero? You talking about Lawrence?
You want to put friendly? You want to put 50 on that, Sheldon Moore?
I saw that Polish dude hitting that. I saw that Polish dude hitting Caballero with every uppercut and every right hand he threw. Caballero is not what you think he is.
Let me ask you this though. This is a fight that came up that kind of made me laugh a little bit. What do you think about Frank Warren pushing Triple D to fight Zhilei Zhang after Zhilei Zhang got beat to death by Caballero?
Triple D go retire his ass. Triple D go retire his ass.
Yeah, that's a good.
Wait. Your boy Dubois just quit in the damn ring. So
I mean,
he ain't like he too much.
He got knocked out. He didn't quit.
No, he ain't getting knocked out. He got knocked down.
Did you see that fight against Usyk? Are you crazy? That man got put to bed.
He got knocked on his ass.
His whole mouthpiece went flying when he got hit with that hook.
He looked.
Hey, wait a minute. You ain't got to argue, Marky. He still got enough for a 43-year-old Zhang. So Zhang gonna get his own ass whooped.
Hey, dude, hold on one second. This dude, hey, man, I'm blocking you, bro. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey, bro, I'm blocking you, man. Don't come back to the channel, man. Take your tail out of here, man. Never come back, bro. This super green dude, you banned, bro. Don't come back. I don't got no time for your racist BS, man.
Oh yeah, we don't
Go
do
jump
that.
on the lake, bro.
Yeah, you want to do? Hey,
Yeah,
Tavon.
I saw him last night. I saw him last
He
night.
quit. Thank you, Tavon. He quit. That man got knocked on his ass, looked down,
Oh, he
looked up, and said, "Well, damn. I guess I ain't." Yeah, he quit.
I mean,
even so,
And got
even
got
so,
counted out, right, nigga? And he got
he still
counted
got
out,
enough
right?
to beat a 43-year-old Zane.
Okay, but
No,
hold on, Mr. Shelton. Did he quit?
Hold up.
Did he quit?
Hold up. If you think about it, Daniel Dubois has to work himself back up to championship level because he's been beaten. He's been beaten twice
To death.
by the same guy. So he got to work himself back up.
Marcus, come on, man.
He got to work himself back up.
Boom. I mean, I think no matter how you put it, man, the heavyweight division is about to be on fire. You got Usyk saying that he wants to come fight. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I actually did a video on this, man. Fabio Worley wants to defend his title at Madison Square Garden. What you guys think about Fabio Worley coming to America? Do you think he'll give a guy like a Richie Torres or a Michael Hunter a chance at the fight?
He beat the shit out of both of
Richie
them.
Torres gets stopped early. Michael Hunter, it will be a good fight until Michael Hunter get caught.
Richard Torres is gonna shock the world.
Man, Richie Torres getting stopped by Fabio Worley.
Marky, what kind of greenery is growing on the island?
You remember when Mike Tyson got hit with that uppercut by Buster Douglas, and they
Buster
counted
Douglas
him out.
was a real Buster Douglas was a caliber, a different type. Like,
Man, shut that bull crap up.
Nah,
Everybody was
Buster
crapping
Douglas
on
beat the
Buster
shit out of
Douglas.
him.
Everybody was saying he didn't have a chance.
No.
Buster
Douglas
Torres
almost beat Tony Tucker, though.
Torres is a silver medalist.
Marky ain't old enough to know that,
Richie
BBO.
Torres ain't
Man, I'm
beating
not
no
trying to hear
Buster
this bull
Douglas.
crap.
Richie Torres ain't beating no Buster Douglas. He ain't beating Frank Bruno. He ain't beating
that's your opinion.
Tommy
Morrison. He ain't beating
none of those guys.
My whole point is about people doubting somebody and they shock the world. That's all I'm saying.
My whole point is,
and Richard Torres has a
you want
much
to put a
better
funny 50 on
pedigree.
it? You want to put a funny 50 on it?
Yeah, we put a 50 on it, no problem.
Cool.
No problem. That's why
Richard Torres ain't beating no Fabio Worley, man. I'll tell you that right now.
BVO, be quiet, BVO. Don't you jump in their business. You heard? Hey,
No,
listen,
Fabio
BVO,
is going to stop Richard Torres.
Well, let me say this real. Let me say this real quick. Because we want to be going to playback. Let me just say this real quick. I think you got to remember this about Fabio Worley. He looked awful versus Parker. Parker's okay, but he looked awful versus Parker, dog. Just remember who you talking about, Fabio Worley, bro.
But remember the last fight that we seen Richard Torres in when he was the headline. He looked awful against a guy that don't nobody know.
That's not true. People know who Guido Vianella is.
Let me say
Guido
this.
Vianella is
Let me
an
say this,
excellent fighter.
Marky. Let me ask this question right quick. Do you guys think that a 37-year-old Fury has enough to keep Fabio Worley off of him?
Guido is an excellent fighder.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Maybe
not.
in the amateurs.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
I don't
not.
think he
In the
does.
amateurs,
I don't think he does.
Guido damn near put F.A. Ajagba to bed, and y'all trying to act like F.A. Ajagba is some type of serious contender.
Hey, Doug,
we seen F.A. Ajagba get beat dead by Frankie Sanchez. You forgot about that?
Hey, Mr.
F.A. Ajagba ain't good.
You know Effie signed his new for boxing, right?
Yeah.
Man, Prince Charles. Signed his new for boxing.
Prince Charles, yeah.
I'm trying to ask you a question, Doug. I just want to ask you a question, like, and I'm being funny on this shit. Do you think Ron Jeremy can beat Fabio Worley?
No.
I don't know who the hell that is.
Of course you don't. So you missed the joke. You see how everybody else laughing? We talk about disgraced porn star. That's
hey, man! Don't say the name. Don't say the name. But
get what I was thinking. When you said it, I was thinking, I'm like,
answer the question, Smoke. Answer the question. Do you think 37-year-old Fury got enough to keep Worley up off of it?
Oh yeah, he'll hurt Worley. Oh yeah.
I don't think so. I think
Worley
the 33-year-old Fury would knock him out. I think the 37-year-old Fury gets knocked out.
I'm gonna say this, Grandpa. I think the thing you got to remember with Fabio Wardley, he's small. Yeah, he might be a big puncher, but you got to kind of be there to be punched. I mean, Parker kind of got tired, like, cause Parker put on all that weight on for whatever reason.
I don't think 6'5", 240 is small, BBO. I don't think 6'5", 240 is small. I don't think that's small.
When you fight somebody 6'9", that's small.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this: the Tyson Fury that we saw fight Deontay Wilder in the first fight, and even in Deontay Wilder the second fight, the Tyson Fury that we saw fight Klitschko, that ain't the Tyson Fury that we see today. The Tyson Fury that we see today is the Tyson Fury that stands in one place and he tried to lay on his opponent. With a guy like Fabio Wardley that throws big shots, all it takes is one punch for Fabio Wardley, and you're going to see Tyson Fury look at Fabio the same way he looked at Usyk when Usyk caught him with that shit. When Usyk caught him with that shot, that man looked at Usyk like, I didn't know he could punch like that.
Usyk had him dancing on skates.
Yeah. But let me ask you guys this.
If it was a Tyson Fury before he fought Wilder, I would say, Tyson Fury beats Fabio Wardley.
Let me do this. Hold on, y'all. Let me do this. So one of the things that came across my desk was Fabio Wardley said he won't fight Moses Tumay until he get a belt. Do you guys see that as a duck, or do you guys just see that as just good promotion? He basically said he won't fight Moses until he get a belt.
It's a duck because Moses is right here.
The WBO title.
He ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing to offer. Wardley got the belt.
Fabio got the belt.
Yeah, what is a Tuma got?
The name.
What would I say?
He's the interim title holder.
He got a big name too. He got a big name.
Mr. Shelton, this is what I want everybody to remember. He act like he talking about some be a channel member. They got damn near in without even paying. You was calling Moses the duck because he ain't fight some other fighter you was saying.
Yeah, right? He didn't fight Frank. He didn't fight
Frankie
Sanchez.
He ducked out on Frankie.
He's a super duck.
According to your accord, Fabio just ducked verbally Moses.
How? A champion can't duck nobody. You sound like a goofball.
I ain't gotta fight that dude. I can fight somebody else. I gotta fight that dude. Is that dude number one? Is he my mandatory? Then I ain't gotta fight him.
Yeah, he's number one. See, hold on.
Coach, let me ask you this real quick, because this dude Smoke. You never heard of Smoke. Smoke is a very evil man. So let me ask you this, Coach.
Listen. He keeps talking about he can smoke me, but the man just. He gave me a Chris Paul Blake Griffin alley-oop, and D can test to this. That Moses, oh my God, he's number one in the WBO when it comes to Fabio Wardley. Oh, so Fabio Wardley saying he's not fighting Moses to get the belt.
Don't he gotta fight an entire eliminator to be the mandatory? Don't he gotta do that?
No, he actually is number one at WBO. He's actually number one contender.
But don't he gotta? Even if you're number one, hold on. Even if you're number one, you still have to fight in a title eliminator.
Don't shit out of Philip Herkovich. He spanks Philip Herkovich.
Well, beat him then. Go do it.
But he's already number one in the last fight.
He didn't fight Philip Herkovich.
I don't care about what he did.
Most didn't fight Herkovich yet, because you got to remember, Herkovich been calling Moses' name, and Moses then kept the phone on the hook. Dude just scared of Herkovich. Let me ask you this, Coach. Let me ask you this. When you think about a guy like Alexander Usyk, do you think, I'm hearing that his manager won't drop the belts, so do you think he'll get back in line? Would it make good business sense, Coach, for him to get back in line to defend all those belts? What would you say, Coach?
Hey, Coach, before you answer, look how he just ran from that duck talk.
Man, I think when you're in a position that a Usyk is in, you can choose to do what you want to do. Usyk he's in a rare position that my career is solidified. I've had multi-big fights where I've made big money. I can do what I want to do. If I want to defend belts, if I want to get it back in line for belts, or if I say that my name itself is a belt and I can fight who I want to fight, it's earned the right to do that.
Now, Coach, let me ask you this before everybody jump in. There's one free belt. And guess who's the number one contender for the one free belt? He's also number one in the WBA, but we know how that's going. But the guy who has the free belt, Fabio Wardley, Guess who his number one contender is, but he won't fight him till he get a belt. Is that a duck?
And so let me ask, what's wrong with the blacks?
Oh, let Coach
I'm gonna
finish that
say
one.
this:
Let Coach finish that one.
if you're a number one, if you're the number one guy, then it's not up to the champion to avoid you. It's up to your managers and your promoters to press on the governing body to mandate that as the mandatory fight. If you're the number one guy, it shouldn't even be in the champion's hands who he fights. It should be in his hands if he wants to vacate the belt or not. But it shouldn't be in his hands who he wants to fight, because there is a number one. We just have to force the governing body to make it a mandatory.
But Fabio Wardley saying he's not fighting Moses till he get a belt. How do you feel about that?
But that means he will have to vacate his title.
If they make it a mandatory fight. They in the same stable, so I don't think they will fight though. Say it again.
It doesn't matter the stable. Jamal Herring and Shakur was in the same stable.
Damn sure was.
Yeah, so that don't matter. That don't matter about no stable.
But I'm saying, didn't they feed Jamel to Shakur?
Anybody who gets beat is going to say I was fair to you, but if we in the same division and I'm the next guy up, then you got to fight me. Period.
Well, let me ask you, and the reason I say this, Coach, is because if you look at all the really good heavyweights overseas, Frank Warren has them, and Frank Warren seems to be hiding Wardley, seems to be hiding Lawrence Okoli, Moses, all these guys from Caballero. So I'm just saying, does it make sense when all these guys, you can have interest in all of these? I think he's trying to do like a Don King and get all the belts between just his guys, if that make any sense.
I mean, if he can position his company in a position to be able to do that, it's no different than a pro stockpiling draft picks in the same year's draft. If you can do it, more power to you. At some point, you still have to make it work for you. So if he can make those fights between his guys and they happen to be the top guys, then what's the problem with it? At the end of the day, the guys have to fight. The promoter's going to win either way. So it's not, you can't say the promoter's hurting you, because if he has both guys or he has the top 7 guys and the champion, he's going to win either way.
Now, BVO.
Hold on. Let me bring Dub in here. Dub, let me ask you this real quick. Now, we're going to step back to a guy that I know you've been rooting for. Do you see Devin Haney being forced to move to 54, or do you see unification down there at 47? What would you say, right side? I think right side fell off the steps. But go ahead, Smoke. I didn't realize right side fell off. Go ahead.
What I was going to say is that all that you just ran through, what you try to get, and what you ended up getting is, now when it come to you and your criteria, Fabio Wardley verbally say he not fighting Moses till he get a belt, is that a verbal duck?
Get your hand out of my pocket! What you doing in my pocket?
I don't know.
I thought so.
I don't know. Because I say it like this, man. When it comes to Fabio Wardley, I don't think he's that good. I think Caballero would beat him to mush, man. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, because it seems like even Frank Warren won't even give Tyson Fury that fight. Tyson Fury's been begging to get that fight before he fight Joshua, because it looks like Joshua won't be ready to the end of the summer. And he seems to be like, no, I'm not going to give it to you. And my thing is this. If you got all the heavyweights, man, let all them dudes bang and figure out who's the best. But it seemed like that's not going to happen, because these guys are trying to fight against Zuffa. But the cool thing about Zuffa is this. It's still going to be in America. I mean, I don't think people understand that that's good for boxing, the fact that Zuffa is going to be based in America. I mean, no matter how you slice it, I'm hearing Colin Sadamas is thinking about going to Zuffa. There's so many good young fighters thinking about going to Zuffa, man. I think that should be the main thing we watch. We got to see what David does. You know, if he awake, I think we should see if he is signed with Zuffa at some point and get a big fight, because that really kind of see where everything is going. Everything's going to Zuffa, man. All worlds lead to Zuffa right now.
I think
I got a question.
Listen to what I tell you.
I got a question. Now that we know that Zuffa boxing is about to start up, I believe this week. Then And they supposed to be having their own belt. I believe they're going to use the Ring Magazine belt as their own one champion, and there's no sanctioning body. With them doing that, are there going to be any linear champions in the actual sport of boxing? Because the Ring Magazine belt is the belt that they use for the linear champions.
But they're not using the Ring Magazine belt for their title. They're actually gonna have a Zupa title, and the Zupa champion, the Zupa champion will be ranked in the top 10 by Ring Magazine in the weight class that they had.
Okay.
My brother T Hill, man. Become a channel member, T Hill. You need you part of the family, man. Aircraft carrier, salute, man. Y'all smash the like button, man. Don't steal the show. Smash the like button. I know y'all like to see great quality television, man. Make sure y'all tune in, man. You dealing with the Black Mr. Rogers, BVO. Smash that like button.
No,
Hey,
the linear does have a belt. It does have a belt, and it's called the Ring Magazine belt. That is the linear belt.
Hey,
No, I'm just telling you that's not the belt that they're going to be using. They're going to have
I was talking to aircraft. Aircraft said the linear doesn't have it. It's not a belt. It is a belt. It's the Ring Magazine belt. That's the linear belt.
Yeah. Speaking of that, now while we got some great minds up here, what do you guys think about? Because we haven't really dove into this Andy Cruz fight. Do you guys just think it's going to be an easy win for Andy Cruz? Because I'm hearing that he will fight Abdullah Mason next.
No, it won't be an easy win for Andy. It won't.
You don't think so?
Heck no, it's not going to be an easy win for Andy Cruz. It wasn't an easy fight for Tevin Farmer. It wasn't an easy fight for the other 20 guys that he fought. It ain't going to be no easy win.
I got it easy. I got Andy Cruz moving.
He ain't going to lay down for Andy Cruz. That is an easy win. He laid down for Andy Cruz.
How much we got on that, Grandpa? We got 20 on that?
Take him out on yourself.
Hey, you ain't no way Andy Cruz was no sorry Ray Maritala, man.
I'm not gonna say it ain't no way. I got it as a
man. Stop disrespecting cheese, man.
I can't really pick a fighter in that fight. I'm watching it as a spectator. I'm not picking a winner in that fight. It's a 50-50 fight in my book. I think Andy Cruz is a good fighter. I think Raymond Maritala is a good fighter. The difference between the two, I think Raymond Maritala has better power than Andy Cruz. But they both excellent boxers. They both got good footwork. So I think it's a 50-50 fight. Either one of these guys can win.
Let me ask you this, Rice, are you there?
Yeah, I don't think it's a 50-50 fight. In response to what Free was just saying, the only reason is I agree. I think Maritala, I agree that he has the power, but he wasn't able to land his power on Tevin Farmer, right? You got to have a delivery system, and I think that he gained some good experience from that. But if you couldn't land on older Tevin Farmer, you know what I'm saying? Got clipped with a couple shots, and no disrespect, Tevin Farmer, that's a dog. Regardless of what the career record is, damn that man can fight. He can box his ass off. You understand? And he'll grind it out. So no disrespect there, but I think, man, the speed of Andy Cruz is gonna be way too much for the delivery system of what I done seen so far from Raymond Maritala. And so I'm picking Andy Cruz, and I think Andy Cruz outboxed him pretty easily. When I say easily, I'm saying 8 rounds to 4.
Well, let me ask you this, Dub. What do you think? Let me do this real quick. So, Dub, let me ask you this. A friend of the show, Kid Austin, has the opportunity to become a WBA world champion. Do you see him being able to really contend once he gets that WBA belt? What do you think about Kid Austin, friend of the show?
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting. I want to see how they handle this whole champion and reset situation. Do they elevate Kid Austin? Do they go ahead and mandate a fight between him? And I believe the fight would be between, what's the brother name?
Him and Roach.
Say it again?
Him and Roach.
Okay, I didn't think it was going to be Roach. That wasn't the fight I was thinking of, but okay.
Oh, it'd be him and Lamont?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was the fight.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna be Lamont Roach and
No, is it Lucas?
That's Lucas, but
Lucas Body.
Yeah,
Lucas Body.
Lucas Body. Yeah, Lucas Body number 2. Yeah, Lucas Body.
Lucas Body. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, that's
number 2 guy.
But if it is Kid Austin and they give that brother a chance, hey, I ain't got no problem with Lamont Roach coming back down, fighting for that, taking that shot. I ain't got no problem. I think Kid Austin messed Lamont Roach up. I
think Kid Austin is number 2 in the lightweight division, man. Behind Abdullah Mason, in my opinion. I don't think them dudes can beat him, man. I think people. Kid Austin beat
What we count Shakur? What we count Shakur at?
Shakur is a junior is a junior welterweight.
All right, so we count him at 40. All right, if you want, I ain't got no problem with that. I think I would agree with
he should have. Let me ask you this though, Doug, real quick. And looking at Shakur's body and looking at Tio's body, how come those guys haven't been to 47 already?
Well, hey, that's a big transition to make. That's a big transition. We seen Josh Taylor. He was nervous. That man ain't never go to 47. So I mean, that's a jump that another one, Regis, respectfully. Regis
stop being nice, man. It's because they ain't 30 yet, and that bone density shit ain't kicked in, and you like, nah, that ain't. I
don't know nothing about all. Hey, listen, all I'm trying to tell you is this. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. We done seen a lot of folks at 40 that's been nervous to go up to 47. And Coach done told me plenty of times, yeah, you get up, hey, them 7 pounds may seem like a little bit, man, they hitting hard up there. Coach tell me this all the time. So when you go to these high weight classes and niggas thumping up there, hey, individual be nervous to move. They be nervous.
Punching up there like.
You know what got me though? Check this out. And Coach, you can confirm this. Coach said he would beat friend of the show. He said Jalil hurt friend of the show, Ja. I said, Coach, you go, man. You go,
man. Back to the fight, man. I don't know nothing about that. I don't want to get.
No, John's a friend of the show. Shout out to my man, John.
I know John.
Yeah, he a friend of the show.
Did what I'm trying to and going back. This is the bigger question, in my personal opinion. Now with this division between the 135-pound division, you have a Kid Austin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And okay, let's say he fight a Lamont Roach. I got Kid Austin whooping Lamont Roach ass. That's just me.
Yeah, you better.
I got Sugar Abdullah though, other than Kid Austin though. That's the only person.
No, this is the question I want to ask. This is the question I want to ask though. I watched the interview. Shout out to Free Family, man. Mr. Gary. Mm-hmm. He was talking about making sure he getting, Antoine got a fight coming up. They trying to get Antonio back active. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get him a belt. But he said, man, I'm at 35, man. I want all these guys at 35. Man, what y'all see Mr. Gary at I think he's probably 36 years old now. I might be wrong about the age. But at his age, now that he's been a trainer, still fighting, put on a heck of a performance last year against somebody that I really know. But he said he's ready for all the champions. What y'all think Mr. Gary can do at the 35-pound division at this current age?
Beat everybody.
You got him over everybody free?
At 35?
Yeah, he can beat everybody. He can beat everybody at 135 right now.
Who can beat him at 35? Who you think can beat him at 35?
I don't think Abdullah Mason can beat him at 35.
All right,
man, he'll stop Abdullah Mason. He'll stop Showdown. He'll stop Abdullah Mason.
It'll be a good fight, but I think
it won't be a good fight.
And the ring IQ.
It won't be a good fight. It won't in no way, shape, or form be a good fight.
Hold on. Let me moderate this thing, man.
Hold on, man. We got to go. Let Coach go. Go ahead, Coach.
No. Please finish your point, and then Coach, I want to hear the contrasting points.
No, I think the experience and the ring IQ, the hand speed, the footwork of Mr. Gary Russell will be too much for Abdullah Mason at this point in his career. Abdullah Mason is a great fighter.
But he might stop. He might stop Sugar Abdullah.
Abdullah Mason, he hasn't been in the ring with nobody with the ring IQ and the hand speed and the experience of Gary Russell. Nobody's even been close to that level of talent that Mr. Gary had, that Abdullah Mason had faced. He will put up a good fight, but he ain't beating no Mr. Gary Russell. I don't see nobody at 135 right now that's in the sport because Tank is not there, Shakur is not there. I don't see nobody at 135 beating Mr. Gary Russell.
You know what's so crazy about that, Free? I never agree with the Puerto Rican, but he's right. I mean, what I seen last time, and I hate to admit this, but Sugar Abdullah gets stopped. He messed around and fight Gary right now. Oh, he'll get stopped, bro. He'll get stopped.
He'll get stopped. He'll get stopped within 6 rounds. Within 6 rounds, he gets stopped.
He gets hold on. Abdullah gets stopped within 6 rounds by Mr.
6
Gary?
rounds. Gary will stop him in 6 rounds.
By Mr. Gary Russell?
Yeah.
He will stop him in 6 rounds. In
Make
6
the fight.
rounds.
Hey,
I
hold on. Make the fight.
Bet money
Make the
on
fight.
that. Crazy.
Really don't.
Make the
fight. I have no clue what I'm watching in boxing. I have no clue.
Man, let me tell you something.
Nobody beats Mr. Gary Russell at 35, bro.
Let me ask boxing questions. Since everybody on here know boxing, we gonna ask boxing questions. When you compare their careers, who has been in the ring with the better quality fighters?
Mr. Gary, he been fighting longer.
When you talk about their IQ, who has the better IQ?
That's not fair, Coach.
No, be quiet. Who has the better IQ?
Fair is a place where they judge pigs. We gonna answer questions.
Gary Russell got the better IQ.
I mean, yeah, Mr. Gary.
Mr. Gary Russell got the better IQ. Who has the better chin?
I don't know.
Abdullah?
No, sir. Shorty been down the stud paw puncher.
Who we seen this man?
And Gary Russell only had one fight at 35, so that
I'm not talking about.
Lomachenko was smashing Gary in the chin. He wasn't going nowhere.
Did he put him on his ass? Did he put him? Well, we just going off the yeses and nos. Have you seen him on his ass? Who have you seen on their ass?
Abdullah.
So if Abdullah been on his ass, Gary, and we agree that Gary's been in with the better quality opponents, we have to say Gary has the better chin.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. Okay. No, we don't, because I think Sam Noakes will stop Gary.
Yeah, you bugging.
You done lost your mind.
You've been a grumpy old man all day today.
Listen to what I'm saying.
There's no way in the world.
Listen to what I'm saying. If we just going by check the box on either side, can't say that Gary's been in with the better overall competition and has never been on his book. But you see, Abdullah's been in with lesser competition and has been on his butt multiple times. You can say that Gary doesn't have the better chin if you say that.
How old is Gary?
No, hold on, wait a minute.
How old is Gary?
No, wait a minute. The difference is Abdullah Mason's style of fighting is totally different from what Mr. Gary's style was. And
Gary can fight any style. Gary can fight any style.
Go ahead.
I'm just giving you.
Let me just say this, man.
Okay.
Let me say this. Smash the like button. Smash the like button.
Finish checking the box.
How old is he?
He's 38.
36. Okay. Listen, I'm asking this.
He's 36.
He's 38.
Let me.
He's 36.
He's 38.
Let me continue.
He's 36.
No, he's 38.
Damn.
38.
I didn't know that.
He's 38. How old is Abdullah?
23.
23.
21
or 23. And Gary 38. Abdullah gonna beat his ass.
That's not necessarily true.
If you, I'm gonna say this: if they ever make that fight, let's bet. And I'm willing to let you choose the number.
Hey,
I'm willing to let
I'm
you
hoping
choose
they
the
put
number.
Gary old ass in there. That's what I'm hoping.
No,
put Gary old ass in there.
Hold on. If they
21, y'all right? 21.
If they make the fight, whatever number you want to call, we can both send our money to BVO and he send it to the winner. Because I'm willing to put bands on Gary. I'm willing to put bands on Gary.
I'm gonna put it like this. like people said they want to see Mr. Gary Russell in the ring. They want to see him in the ring. This is the thing. Everybody has been screaming for Mr. Gary Russell to move up in weight. Now that he's moved up in weight and he stopped his opponent after coming off a 3-year layoff, and he's 38 years old, nobody is saying his name.
They never said his name, man.
Hold on, Free. Hold on, Free. You know why it's so interesting you said that? Because I listened to Mr. Gary.
Before y'all get away. Before you get away, I asked you to do a checklist. And y'all ain't let me finish my checklist.
Go ahead.
Which one is the bigger puncher?
Abdullah Mason.
I would say Abdullah Mason.
Man, y'all don't low. I bet any one of y'all really
hold on. You think Mr. Gary is a bigger puncher than Abdullah Mason?
You can't.
Man,
you cannot name.
You biased. You biased.
You
biased, man.
I'm not biased. I'm being real. I'm being real.
Coach, you from the gym. It's kind of hard to go, Coach. You from the gym.
Hold on. You believe that Mr. Gary is a bigger puncher than Abdullah Mason? That's what you truly believe?
100%.
You out of order.
I'm gonna say 100. I'm gonna say 100%.
Are you talking about sharper puncher, or are you talking about bigger puncher? You talking about sharper? Maybe sharper.
I don't care. I don't care what you say. If both of them get in exchange, Abdullah's going to sleep.
Wow.
I ain't gonna lie, Coach. That sounds like a little home cooking, man.
I'm not basing it off of home cooking. I'm basing it off of what we've already seen. There's no fighter in boxing that stays in better shape nowadays than Gary Russell and any of the Russell brothers. When have you ever seen?
We talking about punching power. We talking about the bigger punches. That was the question. So
listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. And that's why I don't have.
You out of order.
When people only speak from one perspective. When you talk about guys who never have to get back in shape, it does affect the degree of your punching ability when you stay in shape. And that man has been in shape his entire career. And I'm not talking about pro career, since he was an amateur. If you put Abdullah Mason in the ring with him now, that's a kid who hasn't even touched his grown man side. We've seen him go down off of hooks that hit his glove. That same sharp power from a full-grown man at his best is gonna put that boy to sleep.
That's tough.
I'll say this though, Coach. It's hard to see him outboxing Gary, but I just don't think Abdullah would even fight Gary because Gary would win. But let me ask you guys this.
Listen to why y'all keep saying, listen, we gonna stop saying, that's why I get on you BVO about all the time. Yeah. Stop giving kudos, but say somebody as a champion ain't ready to fight somebody.
Yeah.
You can't keep doing that. He a champion, but I don't think he'll take it because he's not ready. You gotta be ready when you the champion.
He the champ. He ready. He definitely ready.
Not what I've seen with Sam Notes. Sam Notes is garbage. Sam Notes moving his head, bro.
He's not garbage, bro.
He's straight up and down, bro. I done watched a number. I got the Zone Rewind. I done seen all the UK niggas fight now. I'll be in the crib, brushing my hair, watching all them dudes fight. So y'all can't tell me that. I see these dudes fight. These dudes, these UK dudes is garbage, man.
Sam Notes will make a tough fight for anybody at his weight.
Sam Notes to get knocked out by anybody.
By who? He didn't get knocked out by Mason? By who? Mason didn't knock him out. Mason didn't knock him out.
I think Kid Austin will knock him out.
No, he won't. Kid Austin won't even fight him. Kid Austin will be in the bed talking about he's sick. My tummy hurt. Kid Austin won't even fight him.
Hold on, Grandpa. When we had Kid Austin on here, he's a dog.
I don't care. I do not care that you had him on there. I do not care. That dude is a sucker. He ducked out of the fight with Shakur. That dude is a sucker, and his daddy's a sucker.
That's tough.
You tough on that one, bro. I don't know about that, but I'll say
He
this
jumped
though.
out of the fight. The nigga said he got poisoned. They put dope in his car. The dog ate his passport. He made up every line in the book. The nigga's a sucker.
Hey, don't forget they was child trafficking, respectfully, according to them. Hey,
don't say that on here, man. Don't say that the C word on here, brother.
No, I apologize. But shout out to the tow truck driver for putting his hand on the hood and telling the police that you can't take this man to jail. This car is ice cold. Forget the drugs that's in the car. Forget that. This man wasn't driving the car. Shout out to the
lying ass nigga.
Wow.
Man, shout out to Coach, man. We don't know. Maybe Coach misunderstood what was going on. Shout out to Coach Schofield. That's a good
No, that nigga's a liar. That nigga's a liar.
We moving on. Moving on, bro. Boy, you out of here, man. Well, let me ask you guys this, man. This is something that kind of made me laugh a little bit. Now, we did a poll with the young black Mexican Jaleel, and surprisingly, people had him and Laura being a great fight. I wanted to panel the debate. Could Jaleel Hackett beat Laura at this age? What would you guys say?
I would say, yeah. But he got youth. Laura's, you can't, when you get old, when you're an older guy and you fighting like that, eventually Father Time catches up to you. So absolutely he can win that fight. 100%.
Yeah. What would you say, right, sir?
You said can who beat Laura?
Jaleel Hackett, the black Mexican, at 160. Young kid from 160. He fought Pistol Pete. Remember he fought Pistol Pete?
Jaleel Hackett is like 25. Was he like 25?
No, he like 22.
Yeah.
22 and Laura's like 43? Of course he can beat Laura.
He definitely can beat
if
Laura.
he don't get caught.
Even though I still got Laura as the #1 middleweight, you saw they tried to cheat him. I'm glad that the fight didn't happen because Laura would have been at a disadvantage. But even though he's the #1 middleweight, don't mean the young boy can catch him. Because one day Laura he's already an older guy, so one day he's gonna catch up with him. Caught up with Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah, I think Hackett might be too much for him at this advanced age.
He's gonna overwhelm Laura.
I think Hackett should push for that fight because the nigga definitely got a gas tank on him. That's what you need against Laura. What would you say, Coach?
Let's get it cracking then.
I don't know, Coach. Can you hear me, Coach? Coach must have followed. Okay.
Let me just say this.
Go ahead, Doug.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Doug. No, I say go ahead.
We done said this a lot of times, but look, man, Laura done got into a style of fighting, and when Laura was at his best, Laura he utilized lateral movement. He boxed. Laura done ended up in his last few fights. He want to sit down and fight with individuals. Let him sit down and fight with Jaleel Hackett if he want to.
He might be in trouble.
He gonna get knocked. I'm just saying. I mean, you can't just sit down and trade shots with a young man like that, respectfully.
I know a lot of people. I know Laura probably be the favorite and all of that good stuff, but that don't mean the kid can't go and do it.
Laura's too old to move. That's why he's sitting down and fighting because he can't move. He's 50 years old.
I'm gonna say this though. Let me say this, y'all. If y'all think about what Eric Crawford just said, that's a good comparison. I can see a lot of Jermaine Taylor in Jaleel. I definitely can. I definitely can see a lot of Jermaine Taylor and Jaleel.
Yeah, but no, Prize, you wrong on that, Prize. You can't grow a beard. You either got a beard or you don't. It's the same thing when it comes to power. You either got power or you don't. That's not something that you can just grow. You don't. There's no way you can grow a beard. You can't make your chin stronger unless you do some surgery.
You can't. No. That ain't true. That ain't true. For you can't improve your chin. If you and the way you improve your chin, you strengthen your neck muscles and you make sure you keep your chin tucked, right? And so when you do get hit on the chin, the neck muscles that you didn't strengthen, hence the reason you see Floyd Tyson doing them neck workouts. That's how you strengthen your chin. Now, how much does it help?
I don't know. I seen Amir Khan do all the neck tricks, bro, and I seen Amir Khan do all the neck tricks in the world. And if you just look at him, he go to sleep.
Hold on, but that's why I said I don't know how much it helps. I don't know how much it helps. I can't put a percentage on it, but I do think you can, by like Coach said, by being in shape, working on your neck muscles, all those things help your chin improve. All right, hey, maybe if you got an 87 chin, you just got an 87 chin. You got a 63 chin. Lord have mercy, help you. I hope you fighting in.
I'm gonna put it like this.
Jaleel Hackett should pray that he could beat Jermaine Taylor.
Mike Tyson had one of the biggest necks in the sport of boxing.
Say it again. What'd you say? What'd you say, Grandpa? I didn't hear what you said. Say it one more time.
I said Jaleel Hackett should pray that he has a career like Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine Taylor was undisputed middleweight champion of the world.
No, I'm not saying he don't. I'm just saying I see a lot of Jaleel.
Aircraft said that. Aircraft said he see Jermaine Taylor. Jaleel Hackett would hope to be Jermaine Taylor.
Hey, Coach, are you still there?
I'm here now. I had to step off for a minute.
Coach fell off the bike.
No, I know what aircraft is saying. He got a similar.
Can you hear me?
A similar style.
Yeah, I can hear you, Coach.
We can hear you now. Go ahead.
I'm here. Said I missed.
Oh, okay. Basically, we were talking about Jaleel and aircraft can't hear. Huh? You can't hear. He can't hear.
Everybody got quiet when I said
1, 2, 3. Can y'all hear me?
Can you hear us?
Oh man,
I can hear me.
I can hear.
Oh, okay. No, that's what I'm saying. Cause what we said was when we seen
quiet. Now you know we ain't quiet around here.
He said Jaleel. We said that we talked about the poll where the people voted how the fight would go with Jaleel versus Lar. Everybody thought because of Lar's age, Jaleel can beat him. So then it came up from one of the people in the comments said that Jaleel reminds them of Jermaine Taylor. What would you say about that? Is that a fair assessment?
Jermaine was a bad motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Jermaine was a bad motherfucker. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm just saying.
If my son have a Jermaine Taylor career, that's not a down thing. Jermaine Taylor was a bad motherfucker.
That's what I said.
What did I just say, BBO?
You just said that.
I said he would hope to be Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine Taylor was undisputed middleweight champion of the world.
What's wrong with being Jermaine Taylor?
Exactly, Coach. Exactly. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Man, the way y'all, come on, BVO, the way you be pickle pulling on dudes that ain't done nothing in their career, and nothing at all in their career. Well, you better not say nothing bad about no Jermaine Taylor.
I didn't say that about Jermaine Taylor.
You better not even influence a conversation that could potentially be bad about Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine Taylor fought in the era where you had to be a dog.
I said that's a great comparison for Jaleel. I thought that was actually a good comparison.
Ain't none of the champions now can deal with Jermaine Taylor.
Hey, Coach, can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question, Coach. Who you like better, right? And one career was kind of cut short, but going off of the Jermaine Taylor point, Jermaine Taylor or Paul Williams, who you like better?
Both. It's not a better or worse. They both had great careers.
No. I'm saying as far as you go.
Well, what about that knockout Paul guy? He went to bed.
So what? Man. Didn't he beat up Winky?
I thought he was big.
Can I get it? Hold on, before y'all cut me, can y'all let the brother answer the damn question?
Go ahead.
Said, who did I personally like better?
Personally, and not saying personally for you, who you got?
I can't have either one, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think they're both great in their own way, but I know Paul. Oh my God, I've been in the camp with Paul. I know what Paul can do, and when Jermaine came up in the amateurs with Jermaine a monster, wasn't nothing but a monster. It's like saying, which bull do you like better? But they both made it to the rodeo circuit. You can't go wrong with either one.
I got you.
Well, you can if you look at how Paul, Paul had his moments. He never got the Floyd fight, and then the way he got knocked out. I mean,
you worried about him getting knocked out? Would he bust your boy Winky up?
No, Winky was washed, dog. What are you talking about? Winky was still good. Winky was washed.
Got beat up.
Wait a minute.
Winky was Ronald Wright was washed up, dog. He wasn't even Winky. He was Ronald. He was
Now you out of order.
He was Ronald that night. Oh, somebody put that in the chat.
That
was a wash Winky.
You know that's my father's name, Ronald Wright.
Ronald, shout out to Ronald Wright, man. Man, shout out to Warner Robbins, man. Shout out to Warner Robbins, man.
He from Waynesboro. He from Waynesboro. So he from Waynesboro.
They be having some names down there in the South. Waynesboro. Jesus Christ, what happened to Cleveland, Medina? Something like that.
Those places down there in the South, the reason why those names are that way because those were the founding fathers of those towns where that was their last name.
Especially during slavery back in the day.
Yeah, those were if Broy Hill, all of those places from North Carolina on down, those places were settled by those families, and that's why they're named after them because they settled those places.
I went to school in Valdosta, and everything is you see a Langston on everything.
Yeah, shout out to any family. Shout out to any family who settled somewhere because their name will be here even after their family founders are gone. Yeah. And we can't talk shit about it if our family ain't known for shit.
That's a fact.
Let me ask y'all this. Speaking about this, we also another poll where Jaleel was it was 60-30, 70-30. But we also asked, could Jaleel beat Carlos Adames? What do you guys think about that?
Say that again.
Do you think Jaleel has a chance against Carlos Adames? What you think, Grandpa? Oh, he not here. Anybody can start. Right. Smoke, anybody. What you think about Carlos Adames, Jaleel versus Carlos Adames?
I think that's a tough ass fight. I think, just to be honest, man, Carlos Adames, the thing I love about him, man, that upper body movement, being in range, being able to keep his head off the line, and he'll fight your ass. If he need to, he'll fight you. He'll try to box some people, but if you bigger than him, he's gonna try to fight you. And I think that's what it. I like Carlos Adames over Jaleel right now.
Yeah, I do too. Unfortunately, I think he's a little bit too young to fight Carlos Adames. What would you say, Free?
I say it'd be a heck of a fight.
It's gonna be a slobber knock. Hey, it's gonna be a fight that we love now. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I think it'd be a heck of a fight. It's gonna come down to who gets worn down first. Whoever gets worn down first is gonna lose the fight. Because I think Jaleel Hatchett is gonna give it his all. He's giving his all every time he comes in the ring, regardless of whether it's a winning situation or a loss that he took. He always give it his all, so I think it's gonna be a heck of a fight, and whoever gets worn down is gonna be the one that end up losing.
Let me ask you a question, Free.
He's still rough around the edges, though. Do you think that hurts him at all, Free?
You said what?
I said Jaleel being so rough around the edges. Do you think that hurts him in those big fights right now? If he was to jump to those big fights?
It depends. If the opponent that he gets in the ring with is able to capitalize on it, it will hurt him. But if they're not able to capitalize on it, it doesn't hurt him not one bit. But if you get in there with a guy like Law, like I said, like you asked about Law, I think IQ and his experience will be able to capitalize on some of the flaws that Jaleel Hatchett has. Jaleel Hatchett is gonna continue to press the action, but I think Law has the ring IQ and the experience to be able to maneuver in that fight.
Now,
I can agree with that.
Real quick, Free, I want to say, and this is the thing with Jaleel that I have a problem with right now, as far as him facing these other guys. When we talk about Laura, when we talk about Carlos Adames, right?
Yeah.
Laura don't have the foot movement. Carlos Adames, he ain't never really just been a mover, right? But they do a great job of keeping their head off the line. Jaleel, he got to do a better job of keeping his head off the line. He get hit with shots that I don't think he should get hit with. in my opinion.
How can you say that when you?
I gotta finish, man. You ain't even let me finish. I know it's your son. I ain't. Hey, it is what it is.
No. I'm just talking about boxing. I'm talking about boxing.
Let me finish. Let me just finish. And so in fights, when I watch Jaleel, he gets hit with shots that I don't think should even be a problem for him. Maybe he accepts it. Maybe that's what it is. I still think it's a problem keeping your head off the line. Overhands should not be clipping you like he was getting clipped in the fight. And I don't think it was his last fight. I think it was the fight before.
But you gotta judge him off the fight, his last fight though. You can't.
You talking about the Rohan fight?
I can't remember the guy's name, man.
Yeah, the Puerto Rican.
He knocked Buddy out. He stopped Buddy. He stopped him. You know what I'm saying? It just
Elijah Barnes, yeah.
It just ended up being more of a slobber knocker than I thought it should have been. I think Jaleel is way too talented to be to be banking at certain times. But at the same time, I don't know the game plan. I don't know what it is.
That's his style, though, Dev. I thought the same thing. I mean, he's meant to fight like a Mexican, though. That's the thing you got to remember. He's not fighting the normal way he's supposed to be fighting. He's fighting like a Mexican.
Let me ask a question. I love everybody. What I heard Bree say about the Lara fight, I can agree with you. I can agree with you 100% on that. Let me ask you a question. When have y'all seen Jaleel busted up?
Never. I ain't never seen him busted up.
Never. No. When have you seen him with outrageous swelling?
That's but Coach, you
No.
Okay.
Answer the question.
I done seen him with a couple of lumps on him, nothing crazy.
When have you? So what? If you haven't seen a fighter busted all up, you ain't seen a fighter with his eyes shut and all that type of stuff. What are you talking about? He gets hit too much. And then secondly, Jaleel has only been the distance twice. He's only been past 4 rounds. You getting these slobber knockers when he's putting people to sleep.
That's fine, Coach. I understand that. You're missing what I'm saying. You're missing everything.
Well, I'm hearing it.
No, listen. Just listen. What I'm saying, and I'm not saying that Jaleel done been beat up or swole up. I'm not saying that.
But you're saying he's getting hit too much. How are you getting hit too much?
Go ahead.
No. Please explain how you're getting hit too much.
I'm trying to, but you keep talking.
Is 3 rounds.
Man. You keep talking.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm not saying that he getting swole up or that he getting lumped up or anything like that. What I'm saying is that against upper echelon fighters, the way he getting hit against some of these lower caliber guys, he can't afford to do that. He has to keep his head off the line. And he has a problem doing that. If you go watch it, man, overhand after overhand land on Jaleel. It is what it is. They land.
Listen to what I'm saying.
He got to learn. What I'm saying is, I'm saying that if he's getting hit, in my opinion, too much by these lower caliber guys, not champions, nothing like that, then what would the champions do to him? Because that's what we're talking about him fighting. We're talking about him fighting the champions right now.
I'm going to ask the same question. Once again, if your average length of fights is 3.5 rounds, where is all this vicious hurt coming from? He averages 3.5 rounds per fight.
And he knocked out my young boy. He knocked out my young boy from Philly too.
Coach, let me say this.
Everybody who fighting these, man, Devin was knocking stuff out.
He was blowing past.
A bunch of people knocked stuff out at those fights. It is what it is. I'm talking about when you get to the top level guys, when you get to the championship level, it changes. So the way you're not going to be blowing these guys out like you're blowing guys out now.
All right, let me ask you this question. I'm going to ask you this question. Just based off 2 things. Number 1, the fighters of Jaleel's generation. Because everybody knows I always say those are the fighters we're going to have to fight. The fighters of his generation. That's number 1. And number 2, when you speak about, like BVO has spoke about, his reputation in camps with world champions, where have you ever heard them say anything other than the boy has a complete game?
This is what I would say. Let me say this real quick. Devin. I'll let you go.
I think you was asking me though.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Devin.
Yeah, I was asking Devin. And when you talk about the two parts, number one, when have you heard any of these champion level fighters? Has he been in camp with the best of them?
To my brother T here. Appreciate you, man.
Go ahead, Devin. Hold on, did I cut out?
You cut out.
I didn't say nothing.
Fighters of his.
Hold on, can y'all hear Coach? I can't hear.
Coaches went out.
Did y'all hear me?
No, we didn't hear nothing
Can you hear me?
dog. We can hear you now.
I said two parts. Part one, when have you heard any of the top guys who he's been in camps with say anything other than he has all the pieces? And number two, when you speak of the fighters of his generation that will be champions, that will be fighting, you tell me one that can beat him, that he's not going to knock out.
So first,
not beat, knock out.
I'm going to answer both questions in the order that you asked them. The first thing is, here, I don't know what camps you've been in, respectfully, to ever hear. I've only heard good things about Jaleel as far as camp goes. I've only heard good things. Mm-hmm. So I can't speak on that. I ain't been at the camps. I ain't talked to everybody. So I would agree with you that anything I've ever heard about him coming out of camp, I done heard good things about him. Complete fighter. I have heard, well, hey, once he develops, once he gets this, whatever, I have heard certain things like that, but nothing to the effect of, oh, this man, he trash. No, everybody has said he's going to be a great fighter. I ain't heard nothing outside of that. The second part, right now, and to answer your question, the guys that he's going to fight in his era, it's a handful of guys that we're speaking on right now. Yeah, I would ask you to name who you would consider in his era, because I don't consider, even when we're speaking on, the question was asked about Laura, I don't consider Laura in his era. I don't consider Adames in his era. So
correct.
Those are the two guys that we were kind of speaking on. Hence the reason I would ask, you name the guys in his area that you want to bring up, and I'll tell you if I think that he win or not. But because we were speaking on, I think we were speaking on two guys outside of his area, just hypothetically speaking, if he got that opportunity now, that's the response that I'm giving.
Okay. I'll say this. I misidentified your response. I was under the understanding that you were saying he gets hit with this punch too much. He gets hit with these punches. And I wasn't looking at it from the aspect of Laura and Adames only. I understand that. I'll say this. When it comes to his era, when I say his era, anybody that's a year or two younger and a year or two older. Let me say it, because I don't trash young fighters. That ain't my thing. I will say this. I said I don't trash young fighters, but I will say his era is 2 years older or 2 years younger. Everybody that BVO has mentioned that is in that age range up or down, in the weight class up or down, has called him and said, please don't mention my kid's name in the same vicinity as Jaleel Hackett. And if that's a lie, BBO, please tell it's been more than 3 that have called you and said that.
That's true. That's true.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I ain't know this is new. Hold on. So, and I don't call no names. Don't call no names. We're not asking for names. We're not asking for names. But I'm talking about individuals within 2 years, either older or younger, have made calls to you.
I'm gonna tell you something funny. One of them, it kind of strained our relationship because I said his son's name.
Real quick, baby.
Oh, we got a super chat. A super chat.
Shout out to Carrier. Shout out to Carrier with the 5-piece super chat. He said, "Who wins? Yunel Hernandez versus Jaleel. Who wins? And don't lie." That's a tough fight.
Jaleel by stoppage.
Jaleel
by stoppage.
Oof.
Jaleel by stoppage.
That'll be a rumble, boy.
Hey, let me be
That will be
clear
a
about.
rumble.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear about this. Like I said, I don't want to get away from it. I want to be clear. BVO has gone out of his way to find fighters one weight class up or one weight class down. Within 2 years up or 2 years down, he's gone out of his way, and every single one of them has said, "Do not mention my kid's name in the same sentence with Jaleel Hackett. Please don't do that." And if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying.
That's a fact.
Hey, Cole, I want to ask you this, Cole, and I want to ask you this.
Y'all gonna put some respect on his name because these dudes scared to death of him.
I'm not saying they not. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that. But I want to ask you this though.
That part.
Earlier, I brought up him keeping his head on the line. Would you agree or disagree with that statement that your son keep his head on the line?
Disagree, and I'm gonna tell you why. Jaleel is a natural born hunter. In order to fight the way he fights as a hunter, you have already accepted that you're gonna get hit with some punches. But when your opponent is going backwards 90% of the time, that's not a shot that's gonna hurt you. That's not a shot that you even worry about because you're hunting. They're not hunting when they fight Jaleel, they're surviving.
I'm not. No. We're agreeing. We're agreeing on that piece of it. We're agreeing that they're trying to survive. We agree, but we also agree that he is keeping his head on the line. Here's the reason. I only ask that is because I don't. Right now, when you're fighting 6-8 round fights, you know what I'm saying.
What are you talking about, Jaleel? You haven't. What do you mean 6 or 8 rounds?
I don't mean every. I don't mean. I'm talking about when you get into the championship level. When you about to fight for a title against. Only speaking on the Laura fight. Really, if Janabek didn't get stripped, that's why I would have loved that fight too. But
Janabek's a cheater.
Yeah, he a drug cheat. They should have.
Janabek is too big for Jaleel though.
I don't want. He ain't too big. Jaleel would knock his cheating ass out.
They both at 160.
Jaleel would knock him out.
No. Janabek is a light heavyweight.
Let me finish making my point. What I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, when y'all get to that level, right, you gotta at some point in time you gotta get your head off the line. I don't give a damn how much you want to hunt. You gotta get your head off the line. That's a fact.
Carrier said, Dub don't watch nothing past 147.
I watch more boxing than aircraft. Man, don't get me started on that, brother, right there. Don't get me started on it.
Let me ask you this though. And I'm gonna say this, Dub, because I know what you're saying when you see Jaleel. Because he gets hit a lot. I think what Coach is saying is you gotta look at him like you look at a Mexican.
I say the same thing about Pitbull Cruz. El Rayo, he actually got his defense.
Man, double tap that screen.
He got a little more defense.
Please double tap the screen, bro.
I say the same thing about all these guys.
There are like 20-something people in here. Stop looking at us.
Give a damn.
Yo, smash the like button for us, man. Come on, man. We got almost 3,000 views. We got 20-something people in here, man. Smash the like button.
Yeah, smash the like button, man.
We got 30. Matter of fact, we're gonna have to be corny, man. We're gonna have to stop the show, man. If y'all don't
get the double tap the screen if you on the vertical.
We had 32. We got 32 people in here, man. We gotta smash the like button. Come on, man.
Come on, man. We don't even got 12 likes. That's y'all like we sitting up here on. Come on, man. We entertaining y'all. We entertaining. Double tap that vertical.
It's free, man. It's free, man. Come on, man. Y'all look out for the black man. Salute to my brother Honey Butter. But let me ask you this though.
That's crazy.
Go ahead.
BVO. I'm sorry. Did y'all hear what I said? I cut out.
Go ahead,
I
Coach.
didn't hear what you said.
If you look at Jalil's last 4 fights, last 4, he fought Pete Dobson with 7 fights.
Yeah.
He went from 6 to a 10 rounder. Pete Dobson had just lost to Conor Benn. Pete Dobson said the boy bust both my eardrums and he's a bigger puncher than Conor Benn.
Mm-hmm.
After that, Jose Roman was an Olympic alternate for Puerto Rico. Have no excuses because Jaleel makes no excuses, no matter what went on the camp. Then we get my boy Elijah from Philly, who was the favorite. 8 knockouts. Jaleel told him 2 weeks before the fight, if I don't knock you out before 3 rounds, I consider my whole fight a failure and I'm gonna go get a job.
I couldn't believe he beat my young boy Vines. Like that was tough.
He said he told him 2 weeks on Mill City, 2 weeks before the fight, I'm gonna knock you out within the 3rd round. If I don't knock you out, then I need to go get a job.
And my young boy was like 8-0, 7-0. Was like
Elijah was stopping niggas. He was stopping niggas.
With all knockouts. With all knockouts. We not gonna throw no conversations. But BVO, you talk to Bread Man. What did Bread Man say? Well, come on now. We gonna keep it real. Y'all gonna put respect on my son's name. What did Bread Man say?
Said the nigga was a monster,
too
man.
much. This is too much, and he's gonna get stopped. Jaleel is gonna get stopped.
Yeah.
He said Elijah's too much.
That's exactly
and
what he
Jaleel
said.
stopped him. And Jaleel stopped him.
Brother in the chat said, can Jaleel beat Elijah Garcia?
Of course.
They've
been in camp. No, they've been in camp together. They've been in camp together. You ask him. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all. They was in camp together. Once again, I'm not talking. I'm not talking about.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
he might
talking
get
about.
Garcia out of there.
I'm not talking about nothing that's not documented. The last dude Jaleel fought, he fought all good dudes. Nobody was able to get him out sooner than 8. Jaleel got him in 1. Y'all gonna put some respect on my son's name the way y'all put respect on these garbage niggas' names. Y'all gonna put some respect on his name because BVO will tell you every single time that his name is brought up with one of these so-called young killers that BVO know, somebody from their camp call and say, BVO, please don't mention my son's name in the same breath as Jaleel's.
Carrier, that's not true. We don't got him beating everybody. We say he can compete with them dudes, basically. And yeah, Jennebeck's a cheater. I think everybody can beat him.
Listen to what I'm saying. The guys who are in champion positions right now are not in Jaleel's era at middleweight. If he got a chance to fight him, he would take the chance. I have said over and over again, the people in Jaleel's era, it's not a single one of them in whatever weight class he's been in, 47, 54, or 60 that could beat him. And I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is because we'll go in as the B side.
Straight like that.
What I'll say is this. We got to be honest here. When niggas said Xander's name in the past, they usually fought him. Those young guys, remember how Xander was like going on that little tour where he was going to the gym, smacking dudes and stuff. But for some reason, when Jaleel called his name, and I can't blame him, he got the box fight. But we didn't hear a peep, man. We heard some stuff behind the scenes, but we never heard not the Xander I know who's to tell people, what he would do to somebody. But so it must be something to it. It must be something to it because I really think, I think of this. I think of it like this. I think Jaleel got a lot of work to do, but I think he really, really has improved. I mean, as far as getting his head off the line, I can't say that, Doug, because I don't ask no Mexican to do that. And it seems that if that's something that he can take, maybe he's the fighter like a Hagler. Remember Hagler? He would give you something to get some. And if you look at how Jaleel fight, it's more like a Hagler or Chavez. You know what I mean? Where they give you a little bit to get some. You know what I'm saying? I think Jaleel can take them punches, to be honest with you. Only thing I worry about long tier is he got it looked like he got some scar tissue. But I think other than that, I think he's gonna be fine. Go ahead, Doug.
He can take the punches. I ain't saying he can't. I'm saying he don't need to. I'm saying he don't need to. I'm gonna
say this.
Go ahead.
If you see a guy that he's fighting, or you want to take, or I'll take Jaleel versus the world. Every time he fight, let's put $1,000 on it. We can send the money to BVO, and BVO send it to the winner. That's putting your money where your mouth is. I take my son versus the world, no matter who they have been fighting. I don't care if it's Laura or Adames. I'm not gonna say those are guys that are above him. I'm gonna still send my $1,000 to BVO. You send your 1,000. And then he'll send it to the person who get their money. I'm comfortable saying I'll do that every single time.
Hey.
Yeah, that is a competitive. That is a competitive fight.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Coach. I would do that, but I don't bet online anymore. I learned my lesson from betting.
No. We're sending it to BVO. BVO will send the money. We'll send the money. And if you're not comfortable with that, I'll send you my money. And then when my son wins, send me 2,000 back. Every time he fights,
it depends.
No exception.
No, it depends.
No exception. I said I'll take my son versus the world.
Nigga, if y'all
get that nigga Dub his money back.
If
Get that nigga Dub his
y'all go out
money
and
back.
fight somebody, I'm like, man, Jaleel finna put hands on this.
Nah, man. No, listen. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because everybody who has an adverse opinion about my son in any way, shape, or form never puts their money where their mouth is, so they don't even believe it. Because if you believe it, you're gonna bet. If you believe it, you're gonna bet.
I ride with
If you believe it, you're gonna bet. I didn't ask nobody else. I said if Laura, if Carlos Adames, it don't matter who it is. I take my son versus the world.
And get what? That's fine. You can do that, and I would take your son against but against a lot of fighters. I would take him against a lot of fighters. But I'm not. There are certain guys that I think will beat him, and if that fight come up, then I'll bet you. But I'm not just gonna fit. I'm not gonna bet on every fight.
You know what I will say though? You know what I will say? A fight that I don't want to see Jaleel take is Jesus Ramos. I don't want to see him fight Jesus Ramos at all.
Why not?
Because that's like two fights. They shouldn't fight. Because they'll take a pound of flesh.
Man, that man just said he'll bet $1,000 against the world.
Yeah, but no. Jesus
my son
Ramos
against the world.
Ain't no
you mixing what I'm saying, bro. If they fought, that would take a lot out of them early. That wouldn't be good.
Man, look, you can't be a gambler and a doctor. We ain't asked nobody to wave. Look, we ain't asked nobody wave no flag because we don't wave none. Our flag red. If yours white with a cross on it, then you got to be a medic.
I got multiple degrees out here, coach. I'm a gambler some days. I'm a psychologist other days.
But you can't be a gambler and a psychologist and an opinionator. You can't be all three because when you have an opinion, you gotta put your money where your mouth is.
No, that means, if my opinion don't agree with my gambling sense, then I'm not.
So that means your opinion has less value than your gambling sense. That means
it's not his. Hold on, it's not his fake dad, Tavon. It's his real pop.
I don't.
This is Mr. Bernard Hackett, brother.
Goofball.
We don't got no fake dads on this channel. That's crazy. But shout out to you.
My bad. If you seen me before, you can see me again. It's me. And I say what I said. I take my son versus the world. And I will bet my money every time. But all I ask you to do is bet yours every time. You can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose.
Yes, I can.
You can't pick and choose.
Yes, I can. I pick and choose. Every boxing fight that I pick and choose. Every one. So I literally can pick and choose.
But when you have a strong opinion, you got to stand on your opinion.
But hold on.
I'm just asking you to stand on your opinion.
I literally just said that I picked Jaleel in all his fights, even in the hold on, wait a minute, man, you out of order. I said,
you out of order.
This is what I told you. I told you that if he faced Adames or Laura, if he ain't keeping his head off the line, that's championship level stuff. And what he was taking in those fights, it's gonna be different. That's what I said. So don't make it seem like I'm just picking against Jaleel. It ain't like that.
But you did. I'm like Dana White. Hey, I'm like Dana White. Either you with me or against me. It ain't no purgatory.
Well, that's on you. That's on y'all. I don't live my life like that. I don't live my life like that.
Hey, that's how you gotta live it. You gotta either stand with or stand against. You can't pick the days that you a blood, the days you a crip. And the days you a regular citizen. You pick the days that you a blood, you pick the days you a crip, and you pick the days you a regular citizen. Depending on the neighborhood.
Hey, shout out to Teach. He said that's what I told Dub. Shout out to Teach. He said that's what I told Dub.
Shout out.
Younger was out here lunching until it got real. He was out here lunching until it got real.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy?
Dub will jump off that ship on you. He'll leave you stranded.
I tell the truth. I try my best to tell the truth. People don't like my
Don't you jump off that ship though, Dub. Tell the truth. You'll jump off that ship, dog.
Be free.
Man, double tap the vertical. Double tap the light, man.
Be free. Me and you, we pick team. I'm a Cowboys fan, right? We did all this. There's plenty of times I picked against the damn Cowboys. There's plenty of times.
Well, let me ask y'all this real quick because I don't want y'all to like Dub up too bad. We all know Dub flip flop. That's what he do.
Y'all and now BV, you don't want to jump on the bandwagon like a bullshit ass nigga. Okay,
wow.
So let me ask, what's wrong with the blacks?
Wow, that was crazy.
Man.
Thank God Almighty.
And people started banging after the peace treaty.
I ain't never seen Dub.
I'm gonna get my opinion and go on that long. Damn all of that. I don't give a damn.
Dub is out of order.
I gotta get this off for Dub.
If you walk down the left side of Crenshaw Boulevard, you a blood. You walk down the right side, you a Crip. But if you in the middle of the street, you just a citizen. Come on, man, pick a side.
I'm a citizen.
Citizens shouldn't have no opinion. Citizens shouldn't have an opinion.
In your opinion, citizens should have an opinion. I can tell you that what y'all nigga doing out here is fucking. That's my opinion. That's it. I got an opinion. You out of order. I'm gonna tell somebody who they can't have an opinion. Who are you?
That's what Cheek said. That's what Cheek said. That's what Cheek said, man.
Y'all think y'all gonna run?
We just it ain't registered in you. He said, nigga, it still ain't registered.
Hey, this ain't registering, dude.
Blue said, "Get your hands out of my pocket."
Hand out of my pocket.
It ain't but a minute.
Nigga, keep God in your life. Fuck, nigga, keep God in your life.
Yo, that was crazy. That was crazy. What was that?
I'm using the words of Dana White. If you've been over there, stay over there. Stay over there. Yeah, we done already we done filtered the car. We done filtered the car no more.
I done been rocking with the Hackets. I done been.
Nah, man, you did a blood of the Crip move, man. You had a double color hat on. You had a double color hat on, brother. I ain't mad though. You my man 50 grand. I just know we gotta split the 50 grand into 25.
I'm gonna criticize you. Hey man, it is what it is.
But no, listen, I'm cool with criticism. I'm cool with criticism. My thing is, if a person been getting fights over, if a person winning fights in 3.5 rounds, what are you criticizing?
Was it valid?
Once again.
You agree?
No, listen. Listen. I didn't say it wasn't valid. I said if you're getting rid of your opponents in 3.5 rounds on average, then where's the criticism coming from?
The criticism
because a guy going backwards. If a guy going backwards, he's not hurting them.
You're not getting rid of champions in 3.5 rounds. That's the criticism.
How? When you haven't seen him go against a champion. You forecasted something. You trying to put the average guy's imperfections on somebody I consider perfect.
Duck said Dub right side set tripping. Duck said
he on all 3 sets, man. He like Richard Pryor. He like Richard Pryor. That's my guy. That's my guy. He can't do that, man.
That's crazy.
Richard Pryor.
Hold on, man. You gotta be careful, man. Dub doing this. I like Dub.
I'm ready for that full cheese Whopper.
As I always say, tell me one thing I done lied about.
Get the likes up, man. Why I gotta keep saying it, man? Get the likes all the way up, please.
Yeah, get the likes up, man.
Man, you
still ain't hit the damn like button, bro.
Man. People want to enjoy their night if we don't argue.
Say it again?
Yeah.
People want to enjoy, man, Dub, my man. People want to enjoy the night if I don't argue with Dub, man.
Oh, nah, yeah.
Was that you that said something?
That man Dub said, you get hit too much. He said, better times in every fight. Whoa, wait.
But we gonna play it real quick. You know what's so funny about this interview, man? Shout out to friend Sean, man. If y'all seeing, y'all may get a chance to watch David Benavidez, a Mexican pussycat, get pulled in his pockets all night.
That's an old fight.
No, that's a new fight.
That ain't no new fight.
This ain't from past 2013. This is recent. But look at this. Look at how we didn't know that she let us know early on that she was gonna fight Clarissa Shields. Shout out to the champ on this interview, yo.
What's up? It's your boy BBO Sports TV, man. We're here with Crenshaw Cruz, man. How you doing, champ?
I am fine. We in New York, you know, it's lit. Devin Garcia's farewell fight.
Yeah. So when we gonna see you back in the ring?
Hopefully before the end of the year. That's what I'm going for. I'm just waiting on my dancing partner. She's rapping right now, so I have to wait till she do her thing.
Will we ever see you fight?
See, I didn't even know that. She was some blood Carissa that whole time.
I'm so glad you stopped the clip because you was about to add some nonsense in that clip. You was about to add some nonsense in that clip. I remember it very vividly.
Hold on, man. You talking too crazy,
well, play it in full. Play it in full then. If I'm
that was the end of it. That was the end of it.
That wasn't the end of it.
The audio was messing up.
I didn't see it, man. Don't surprise. What you doing?
I'm on that Queen 24.
Bad, but that was the end of that clip. But
it definitely was.
He surprised you grumpy about the Eagles getting limited.
I'm over it though. We wasn't good all year, Carrier. I'm not tripping off that.
But let me
the
ask
whole
y'all
NFC East was not good this year. So
let me ask y'all this before we go. This is gonna be the last subject of the night. What do you guys think about the black Puerto Rican monster Shakur Stevenson saying he would stop Manny Pacquiao? What do you guys think about that?
He's tripping. He a fighter though. They gonna talk. They gonna say stuff like wrestlers, you know. So, you know, it is what it is. But come on, let's be honest.
He might stop him.
Hell no.
He might stop him.
Manny Pacquiao. What do you think about that?
He might get him in a situation where Tio get frustrated. I'm like, man, no, Miles, man, I quit.
No. He said Manny Pacquiao, bro.
He said he gonna stop Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
That once again, like I said, you might get in a situation with Manny Pacquiao. Man, I quit.
Man, no, bro.
Man, Manny Pacquiao 40.
No. I'm thinking he's talking about when he was younger. Like he would have, like if they would have fought back in the day. I think that's what.
Let me ask y'all this though: why is Shakur trying to put a weight clause on Devin Haney, Coach? What is that about? The whole rehydration clause. Why is he doing that?
Because these niggas too big.
That big, man, and he might be the best right now. Out of all of them, he might be the best. Devin's big right now, and out of all of them, he might be the best.
Yeah, he's a solid welterweight, bro.
You would put Devin up there with two-time Ring Magazine champion Teofimo?
He's better than Tio.
I put it past Teofimo right now.
Yeah.
He's better than Tio.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow, that's a two-time video champion.
If you look at Devin Haney's overall career, you take his last, how many fights Tio got? 23, 24? You take Devin Haney's last 24 fights, his resume is better than Tio. He fought better competition. His last 24 fights versus Tio's last 24 fights, or however many fights Tio got.
But if Tio beat Shakur, that's 3 straight pound for pound guys he beat in a row. I mean,
no, it's not. No, it's not. He did not beat 3 straight pound for pound guys. Aaron Barbosa was not on a pound for pound list. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Just for the record. Jermaine Ortiz either.
No, I mean 3. I meant 3 fights. So see, I forgot. I gotta be.
Nah, you ain't thinking that was crazy.
No, I forgot. I mean like 3 fights.
You out of order.
I can't defend you all the time. I'll be looking crazy.
And when you say that,
you already did that.
Who pound for pound list are you talking about?
Dumb crazy.
Hold on. We got my man Ernest, aka Bane.
Man, who is this in the chat?
Who?
I'm up there. I'm out of order.
Oh, okay.
Get this man out the chat. He out of order.
I don't see what you see. Oh yeah, this guy's yeah.
I mean, he only talking about.
Did I get it?
Hold on, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay.
He's out.
He was just letting y'all know he was in the building. That's why he said that. He said he was putting his name in. He was letting know he was in the building.
Oh well, you gotta get out of the building.
Nah, yeah, that was crazy.
You gotta get out. Sometimes you gotta get with my grandma, so he's like, gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But, yeah, that's wild. But let me
Keep
ask you
it
this.
pushing.
We don't like
Keep it pushing.
roses over here. We all anacondas. We don't like roses.
He said, BBO, you gotta be popping to get them boss like that. Hey man, Ernest, man, you know I'm just a young black man trying to do something for God, man. So he always gonna bless us, man. But shout out to my man, aka Bang Ernest. But what were you saying, Free? I missed what you said, dog.
No, but when see, I heard everything that Dub said, and I was just letting y'all talk. They was going back and forth, so I didn't want to interrupt. But the thing when I look at those fighters, and I look at a fight where a person got caught with a certain shot or whatever have you,
My brother Blue.
I look at the next fight to see if he improves or if he's still getting caught with the same shot. If he improves, he's not getting caught with that shot no more. I can't look at a fight a couple of fights ago and say, oh, well, he get hit too much because in this fight he was getting hit with this shot. Well, in the next fight, he wasn't getting caught with that shot. So I got to look at fight by
You
fight.
talking about, are you defending David again?
Huh?
Are you defending David Benavidez?
No, I wasn't talking about David Benavidez. I was talking about Jaleel. But if you want to talk about David Benavidez,
okay. My bad.
If you want to talk about David
I was
Benavidez,
asking because I got lost. Seriously.
when you look at this fight that you got up on the screen, and the next fight, you didn't see David Benavidez get caught with that shot ever again. So if you want to use David Benavidez, you can use David Benavidez. He didn't get caught with that shot ever again.
Yeah, I get what you said. If you said what you said about Jalil is true, he has gotten better. The only thing I worry about him, and I see him do a good job of it now, he's trying to get guys out of there, but there's going to come a time when he's going to have to go in deep waters because at the end of the day, Pistol Pete gave him hell towards the end of that fight. But granted, that was his first 10-round fight. I think Jalil can be champion. And I'm not pickle pulling, I'm just being real. From what I'm seeing, the mindset, and what we got out here today, he can easily be champion, dog.
It's 60 wide open too, and he young. Why not?
I mean, if you could, I mean, he was Zuffa, so he won't do it, but the IBO belt is wide open. I mean, it's a lot of dudes that won't be able to see Jalil at that weight class at 160 because, one, he's big. Two, I think at 160, I think he'll kind of settle into what he should be because he really had no business at 47. I'm sure Coach probably wouldn't agree with me on saying that, but I don't think he had no business at 47, especially when I seen him in person.
And he got back-to-back stoppages, so he on a little roll. So let's keep it going. You know.
Yeah. So let me
it's
ask
wide
you this,
open. That's what I said, Dank. It's wide open. So and he's a young guy. I met him in person, and why not? Why can't he beat any of them 60 guys?
Yeah. Hey, Fry, look and see who the champion at the IBO at 160. Because the only fight that I would say, if me just being
at 160.
Yeah, who got the belt there?
Nobody got the belt unless Jennebeck still holding on to it. Jennebeck was the one that had it. So
he did?
if they stripped him, then nobody got it. But if they didn't strip him, he still has the belt.
What it say? What it say, Pride?
It doesn't look like. Looking at their website, it doesn't look like they have a. It says super middleweight, then it goes down to welterweight.
Oh, you talking about the IBO? I'm thinking you talking about the WBO. The IBO.
No, IBO.
The IBO.
No, Eric Craig K. I'm not saying the IBO count. What I'm saying that gives you a mark.
It's a regional belt, yeah.
Because you got to remember, Roy Jones, Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. had that belt. A couple guys, Carl Froch, AJ Anthony Joshua had that belt.
We heard Bernard said Jalil likes that belt because some of the favorite fighters that he liked coming up had that belt.
Yeah, why not give him the damn belt? Like, I mean,
I don't even think that belt got any mandatories. That's the weird thing about the IBO. I don't know why I got no mandatories.
I'm trying to look.
It's vacant. I'm looking at it's vacant. It's vacant. Yeah. So let me ask you this, Doug. When you look at a guy like at 168, do you see it being wide open with Bud dropping the belt? You think in Billy probably pop out as a new guy at 168?
IBO, man, they got they sanctioning fee. My bad, BBO, but they got they sanctioning fees. They tell you how much they are. This is wild. This is their website. Yeah, IBO Boxing. They tell you how much the sanctioning fees are.
What do they say they are?
The promoter's annual registration fee is $4,000 for world titles. The promoter's annual registration fee is $2,000 for female world titles. The promoter's annual registration fee is just a stat, and for juniors and traveling, you have to call. But
hey, let me ask you this though, Coach.
Right there, that's wild.
At 160, do you think you guys would ever call for a kind of being fight since y'all shared Chris Eubank? I mean, not since y'all shared Pistol Pete.
We gotta look into this, bro. They break your paycheck down. They show you this is incredible.
Oh my God! But under any circumstances, hey, we'll fight them. Like I said, I think Connor's cool. But if the opportunity to break bread and make money is there, that's what we ultimately in this for.
Would you go to the UK?
A ring is the same size no matter where you at.
That's not what I asked you. I'm saying when you go to the UK, man.
If it's a fight that doesn't have a belt involved and the financial is great, then yeah. If it's a fight that has a belt involved and Conor Benn's the champion, we would probably consider taking less money because we're gonna snatch the belt.
Man, shout out to the IBO for breaking it down, bro. Like they break down like purses like 100,000. They'll show you how much the like fees and stuff is. The way they
gotta be transparent, man. They
they're super transparent, bro. That was a perfect word, bro. Shout out to IBO.
The only reason that the IBO is not recognized because they don't enforce mandatories.
Yeah, but if you look at their website, Coach, they break down like if you made 100,000, if you made 300,000, $1 million, and then they break your paycheck down and they show you how much they would charge.
The belt should be free, bro. The only belt you shouldn't have to pay for no belt, but the WBC belt. All the other belts should be free, man.
Why the WBC? If you don't pay for no belt, you pay for no belt.
Yeah, I don't think you should pay for no belts.
Ain't exempt.
That's up to them. That's up to them
Muhammad's belt. That's Muhammad's belt.
They should be responsible for getting their own little what they call it, ads or commercials or sponsors is the word I was looking for. You know
I think every belt should be free except the WBC.
No, the WBC is the same as any other belt. It's the same as any other belt.
No, it's not free. That's the green belt. That's the money belt.
It's not in your eyes.
The whole every time you see somebody getting a doggone ring, they put a WBC belt shirt on, man. What you talking about?
BVO, you only just like the way the belt look.
No, I like the belt because that's Muhammad's belt.
No, if you want to be technical, the WBC
WBA.
The WBC ain't even a real belt. The WBA is the real belt. That's the original belt. That's the very first belt that was ever put in existence.
Yeah, it was, but I just think the WBC is the belt that you want to have. That's the belt Muhammad
You just like the way it looks.
Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, sometimes y'all be. Only thing I ever hated the WBC did, they should have never did that Juneteenth belt. That was ridiculous.
The problem is, BVO, majority of everybody you name, they also had the WBA belt as well.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. My man said,
y'all know BVO bikini pulling.
You got to use my stuff.
Wow.
Hold on, BVO try to keep it fair across the board because I don't have my people trying to say I got favorites. Like I heard somebody say all I like is Spanish fighters. That's not true. No. I heard people say a bunch of that goofy stuff. At the end of the day, I like boxing, man. I could tell you about John L. Sullivan. Go ahead.
How you gonna say you keep it fair across the board and you say they shouldn't have to pay for no belt except for the WBC? That's not fair.
Yeah, why should they get any money?
Because the most famous belt.
Nah, you just like the way it looked.
No, I think Jose Sulaiman built a legacy. Him and Don King together built a legacy with the WBC belt.
Not true.
Huh?
Not true.
What you mean?
If you look back over the history of boxing, whoever was the prominent fighter once they had multiple belts was the belt declaration of popularity. When Larry Holmes was the world champion and he was the IBF champion, everybody wanted the IBF belt. Floyd Mayweather
brought the WBC belt to prominence. It's always been a great belt, but it wasn't outshining one or the other. The WBA was the sought after belt at the beginning. But when Floyd brought them into prominence, now everybody wanted the green belt.
Right. It just looked the coolest. That's all.
I actually think the WBA belt looked the coolest because of all the gold and black on there.
Me too, personally.
Go back and look at the IBF belt in the 80s when Larry Holmes had it.
Yeah, that belt was real nice back in the 80s.
Eagle head that stuck out.
Yeah, the Eagle Jones. Yeah. You know why I used to like that belt, Coach? Because it used to look like WWF belt with the Eagle Jones on it. So when I was a kid, I was like, that belt's bad. I need that belt.
I really can tell you this, man. I think Ryan Garcia is a stone cold racist. I hope he don't win. I'm actually gonna be going with the Azteca. I really hate Ryan Garcia. I think he's a piece of garbage. You know, he came out and said he's anti-black. I don't support anybody that says stuff like that. So
I hope Mario beat him up.
Rocking with Tio. All right, it make perfect sense.
Everybody
black it looked like the WWF John.
Hold on. You got to remember that, and you got to remember and I get it, Dub. You've never made a mistake in your life.
I don't rock
I've
with you.
said bad stuff before. I've said bad stuff before. I'm just saying. I know you never made a mistake. You're perfect. You never said something wrong.
I've made stuff wrong before. In my life. Plenty of mistakes.
I've said a lot of bad stuff. So I'm just saying that when I met Tio, he was cool, and from what he told me.
If you meet
Ryan,
if Ryan tell you the same thing that Tio said, then you gonna be cool with him. All right, cool.
No, what happened is when we saw Tio, he was a little because BBO's a big guy. So when we ran up in the pieces,
no, you're not talking about we talking about before then, man. You keep bringing that up, man. You making me look bad with that story.
Nah, that's a real story.
No, you talking about the end. But I'll say this though, man. Shout out to everybody. I want to thank everybody on Dr. King's birthday, man. This is the biggest live we ever had. We got almost 4,000 views, man. I don't know what's up with the likes, but I appreciate everybody supporting me, man. Supporting the show, man. It is what it is, man. Shout out to Honey Butter, who always supporting me. Y'all go follow him. Shout out to one of the biggest haters in boxing. My man Smoke. He's an evil gentleman. The man works with Yes Above. But shout out to him. I'll put like this, man. Y'all go subscribe to Dub Right Side. Hey, Right Side, you going live tonight?
And I'm about to go to sleep. I gotta work.
I'm going to sleep myself.
And he'll say that, and then 15 minutes later he'll be live. So y'all watch out.
And tomorrow we're gonna have a different kind of show. We're gonna talk about masculinity and his masculinity being taken from young men. And it looks like Indiana just beat Miami 27-21. So shout out to Indiana. Shout out to the Big Ten.
Carson Beck, he choked.
Yeah.
Man,
they said fired it up, Dub.
They said fired up.
Yeah, fired it up, Dub.
If I could, I would.
Just give him to like 12:30. You'll be all right.
Yeah, we getting off here at 11:18. Give him a little bit, Dub. Come on, man. You can go to 12.
No, I'm good. I'm going to sleep. Y'all think I'm joking right now. Y'all think I'm joking.
Nah, I believe you. You sound like it.
I'm so serious.
But I'm still gonna check to see if you live 10 minutes from now.
I won't be live. No, you ain't gotta worry about it.
But I always remember this.
I'll be live tomorrow, possibly Wednesday, maybe Thursday. We'll get.
So what's up with the fights this weekend? We doing the fights this weekend?
We're doing the Andy Cruz fight. Yeah, we doing the Andy Cruz fight this weekend.
Check us out.
I'm gonna be traveling, but we're gonna do the fight this weekend. So we
got you.
Have some fun.
And shout out to brother. My bad, Coach.
We gonna do the Callan Walsh fight Friday night?
Yeah, we doing a fight. Yeah. Okay,
I was wondering about that.
Yeah,
we're gonna definitely make sure we do that.
We're covering all fights this weekend.
And I'll say this, man. I appreciate everybody showing love, and we out here, y'all.
Wait, real quick, BBO. Shout out Carrier for the super chat again. Appreciate you, brother.
Definitely appreciate you, man. You, as my man D1 said, you're a real one, man.
Yeah,
you're a real one, homie.
Even though he be talking ish and he be tripping in the chat, we still love you.
Appreciate you, man. And we going, y'all. Peace.
I'm Melanie Queen 27, and I'm rocking with BBO TV.
What's up, guys? Chris Algieri here. Big shout out to BBO Sports TV.
Shout out to BBO Sports TV. Make sure you tune in right away. Hottest in the city, hottest in the U.S.
you.